Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Snark Tank podcast. It's me, your host, Chris. This is Sween. That's Derek. This is the only show where all main hosts are currently and always sitting in their own stool. I don't know about you guys. I'm sitting in a pile of my own stool.
Why would you make a sweeping statement?
I mastered it.
What do you mean?
You made a statement with the currently and always, and then you said, I don't know about you guys. Like,
I lost confidence immediately.
Yeah, exactly, because you realized what you were saying.
You're like, I hope this is true.
Currently, I've always been doing this, right? Right, guys, right?
I like it. It's you get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, you can probably convince a lot of people by taking the angle that it's like our purest form. We started off as babies,
Right.
Sitting in our own shit. And
Exactly.
we've gotten so far from our.
Don't even like being in their own shit. It upsets them.
That's what big man tells you.
That's what Big Pamper has.
Big Pamper, big health.
Big Pampers, big health.
Big health, big bacteria has told us not to do that.
One of my favorite low effort gags of all time is just big whatever. It is great.
It doesn't.
It's just like a simple syrup.
Yeah, it keeps going because you could just always find any subject and then you can insert it.
You think you can find it, but that's what Big Find wants you to believe.
That's what
I like when it just turns into big. When you're worried about big getting involved in your big littles.
Oh, your big littles are crazy. We're going to start getting podcast.
I need more big littles to have big.
Some housekeeping. Remember, you can go over to patreon.com/Snark Tank. You can get the show early, ad-free access, all that stuff. Contribute to the show. Various tiers to do with that. We just did an episode with Jalen. Me and Kingston sat down with our friend of many years. I think decades at this point.
Yeah, we're all going on too.
So yeah, it's been people seem to like it. We didn't do credits at the end of that episode, and people are like, nobody's really complaining about it. I just wanted to address it. That's not like a change that's happening. I planned it to be kind of an extra ammo, and then we were kind of going longer, and then I realized that we weren't even looking at the questions really. So is this like, what is this? So I just considered it like
I'm telling you right now.
I just considered it a special episode.
There was because we talked about this before. I already made plans on Monday, so there was no way I wasn't doing an I was like,
no, I know. But I was thinking like, oh, maybe it'll be an extra ammo that we'll just put out for everybody or something, and that'll be it. Yeah, because we're doing an extra ammo today anyway. You know what I mean? It would be like an extra ammo. But that's kind of how I thought about it.
We didn't because we do shows now on Monday, and then Wednesday we do a show and an extra ammo.
Sure.
So if on Sunday, if you guys did an extra ammo, all that would have done was there needs to be a show on Monday and Wednesday, but not an extra ammo. I was like, no, I'm busy on Monday. Even if the show was an hour, it was going to be a regular show. I was like, no.
You get here, we say some dumb shit. All right, time for the credit. Just read the credit.
I mean, if anything, to me, I'm like, this was a special episode. Because, look, man, I appreciate the people and their money and the credit, what we do. I appreciate that. But y'all, you were taking massive. I cut out the part where you guys were saying some really bad stuff about the credits. And I'm like, hey. I don't want these people to feel bad and feel not encouraged to give us money.
Were we saying bad things about the crowd? I don't even remember.
This guy he was just like, man, it's not as good as you think. It's fucking terrible. I was just like, I was like, God damn, dude.
Some of the names. It's a fucking, dude, the Beatles, man. I fucking hate that shit, dude.
Stop saying that.
Whatever.
I appreciate the money you give me. I'm sure.
I appreciate the money you get. That's such a nothing statement.
No.
I love it.
I appreciate the fact that you guys are helping us live our lives.
I appreciate the money you give me is so great.
But
so awesome.
Let me explain. I cannot the Beatle theme, the fucking sexcapades of Beatles is absolutely one of the things I hate the most now.
Well, you're doing a great job at making sure it continues.
I fucking can't stand it. You're gonna turn me into a bug terrorist.
You know what's interesting? So I don't know if Jalen ever caught any of these shows. But I have a feeling maybe he has, because he genuinely seemed disappointed you guys didn't do the credits. Like I was looking at his mannerism. It's like, are you sure? Like you seem like because there's a lot of people that enjoy that part of the show because it's so stupid.
No, I agree. In fairness, we recorded way later than we thought we would. Stuff came up earlier in that day for him, so he came later, and then I went to your place to grab the stuff we need to record, which is mainly like a flash drive and an SD card. And then and then Jalen got here, and I was like, oh, I'm stupid. We all bring our mics. And so we didn't have a mic for Jalen, and so I had to
Neither of us thought of that.
Yeah, somehow. I was just like, I felt so stupid immediately.
When we were picking up the mic from you, the sun was on his way starting to set. And we were like, if we would have went a fucking episode, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, and then
it was 9 when we left.
Yeah, and Jalen was tired, so we made some coffee. So we by the time we ended the recording, it was like 9:30, and so I was just like, let's put it
this way. JoJo and I went to downtown to go get something to eat, and you said when you showed up and you were like, let me know when you guys are back or whatever, man, I can bring it back or something. So by the time we were done, which was around 9:30ish or whatever, I was like, oh, it's probably way too late. I'll get it tomorrow. And then you were like, oh no, we just finished. I was like, what the
Yeah.
I was like, wait. My first thought was, how fucking long is the episode?
Right. It's not that long. It's actually one of our shorter ones because of the no credits. But people seem to like it, which is cool. My thought was like, is anybody even going to care about it? Because it's so inside baseball that like a lot of stuff we're talking about is really only, relevant to us.
No,
people seem to like it, so that's cool. We'll have them on again for sure at some point in the future when we remember more stuff and
100%. It was good. Time. The chemistry was great.
You gotta have Jalen Joe on.
Jalen has a really good voice. He's actually, for not being a podcaster, his voice is very steady, which was really surprising. Mm-hmm. Like looking at his audio on the mic and stuff, and it wasn't like depending on like a lot of stuff, I'll use different ratios for whose audio I'm compressing.
Right. Yeah.
And so like I didn't have to do as much compression for him because it was pretty steady. Like even when he's talking low, it's still like loud. Now it was really interesting because that's it. It's just an interesting thing you wouldn't expect that. A lot of times you expect somebody like their mics completely. They don't know what the fuck's going on. So it was really a pleasant experience. He has a very smooth, milky voice too.
He's got a great voice.
I was like,
he does.
Niggas should, I don't know, maybe a side podcast, something. I don't know if something.
He should do poetry.
Maybe.
He should do poetry slams.
Well,
he does do. He does do poetry. He does write poetry, which is
he published a book of it. I have it. He
does. Yeah, we have it. We bought it.
But I'm glad. It's called.
I forgot what it's called.
I actually do know what it's called. I was gonna make up some bullshit.
I don't remember what it's called exactly.
But now it feels mean.
I was like, take it
whatever.
It's all good, but yeah.
But appreciate that. And I don't know. Did anything happen really
Yes,
today
in general for us to talk about?
Oh yeah, our former
I know Biden's got a swollen colon or something?
Walnut or something.
He's got a swollen colon Biden.
A swollen colon. How did they find out? You think Jill finally was pegging him or something? He's like, oh, this kind of feels.
You got polyps. What?
Your wife pegging your dementia-riddled version of yourself is so bananas.
That is crazy.
That is
Biden, remember you love this. You love it. I suppose so.
Okay, I guess.
She's got a giant Bowser dildo.
She got a dildo like that one you were showing. You sent me that reel of that Russian guy. This giant dildo, and he's going through security.
I hate that video. Like, there's this guy who has like a video series of him just walking through security checkpoints with a duffel bag, and there's nothing in the duffel bag but a hulking dildo. Like, I think that's the size of your arm.
It's huge.
That's so funny. He's like Russian too. He's like some random Russian guy.
What makes it funny is that every time people see it, they jump.
There's some guy. That actually goes backwards a little bit, like it's a bomb or something.
Like it's a flashbang. I love it with the audio too.
It'd be crazy if you put like a stink bomb in there too.
Oh,
so every time it opens, it's just like a crazy whip.
It is a rank giant fucking dildo.
I had a similar experience working at Amazon where you just handle a bunch of stuff, and then I just grabbed this box to put in the package or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't sealed, and then a big black dildo just fell out. And I was like, who bought this?
Do you get to see? Do you get to see who bought what?
No. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the information because I would have tracked them down.
Yeah.
I would have found them.
Gave him a call. It's like, I have your dildo.
Personally delivered it to them. I don't care where it was in the world.
It was in fucking Iceland.
I'm going to Iceland.
Over the fucking water. Just, here you go. You drop something, like doing that, like tailing that person for weeks and creating the best spot where it has to be like, you drop something and just hand them the dildo.
And they're like, oh, I thought this got lost in the mail. Oh, thank you so much.
Just walks off.
It's like a glove.
It's like putting a pen inside of the pen cap.
That is.
Oh man,
dude.
I can't fucking believe that. Like who? Like I'm assuming it was like it had to be like that Russian guy. It must have been for a bit.
No.
Probably some people was using it.
Someone's definitely using it.
One of my friends
can't sit down anymore without, just
shitting
all over himself.
So one of my homies,
He has a dildo the size. I think it's my height
I think it's me.
and width,
And it kind of looks
and
like
it kind of
me.
looks like me.
See where you're
That's
going with
strange.
this. It's kind of strange.
And I've
What a
never
coincidence.
and I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You realize you're a dildo. You realize
Crazy.
You're a sentient dildo, but
That
as
should
soon
be
as
Toy
you realize that you become inanimate
Toy
now.
Story
That's Toy Story 5.
It is Toy Story 5.
It should be.
They go.
It's like the only logical place for the
they
blend
find
to
That's
go.
like a classic fucking like joke.
Of course it
when,
is,
when
yeah.
Photoshop was like 1.0.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking Andy's new toy, what it was called.
Andy's mom's
Yeah.
And then
toy.
it was a fucking vibrator. It's like, yay. Like
It's an obvious joke, but it's also the only place left at this point for that to like. What could you do with it? There is a Toy Story 5, apparently.
There is.
That is happening.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's like, stop milking this fucking franchise. Just
Yeah, people don't even play with toys anymore. I'm pretty sure.
No, they do, but not the same way though.
not in the same.
Not like we did.
That's fucking
No, it's
sad.
just not the same way. Like they play with toys, but it's not like it's heavily spliced. It's less spliced than like fucking like phones and shit.
What the fuck did you just say?
Because they usually like my nephew, right? He plays with toys. Right? He does like toys
How do you know?
because I'm present in his life
Sure.
and I buy him toys.
fucking liar.
That's crazy. I'm trying to
You're
break the
always
cycle.
here.
I'm trying. What? I'm trying to break the cycle of not having attentive family members. So
Oh, really? I'm trying to break the cycle of having attention family.
shit, dude. Must be nice.
No. Everybody gives me shit every Thanksgiving. How come you never call? It's because I'm brain damaged and I can't remember.
Damn, dude.
That's a sweet deal, actually.
Yeah, that's my excuse anyway.
Yeah, because I don't want to be bothered.
Because I boxed. I forget.
Boxed, I
Sorry.
have CTE.
I love that.
I have
like-
CTE now.
You got one match,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and that's all it took.
That's my that's like my version of when people like say like they say that they're veterans, but they were like paper pushers. You know,
yeah.
I served this country. It's like
Yeah.
you didn't serve
You
shit.
fucking-
like you did. Like not to minimize it necessarily, but
Yes.
but you can't go out there and then be
absolutely
like, listen. Like talk as if, as
I have
like
PTSD.
Yeah, like lying by. I have PTSD. There's so many things to sign.
I'll minimize.
One time I started the day and the pen was out of ink. Like, okay, big deal.
I'll minimize the fuck out of that, dude. I'm not. No, not for. Sorry.
Oh
dude.
no.
I'm just saying.
I have too many people in my family that were in direct combat. So for me
That's
to be
what
like,
I'm
for me to be
saying.
like,
That's the thing.
you matter. Your secretary's like, suck a dick.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like you served, but like you didn't serve in the way that people are. The way that colloquially is understood, you can't go around saying that.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
One thing that I also learned, at least this is, I guess, it's kind of anecdotal from the soldiers that I know, that they don't want to be thanked. They don't even like the whole thing
Right,
for your
yeah,
service.
yeah.
They don't even like that shit. So it's like always the ones that are
the
fake
the,
as shit.
the mailman. or
Yeah.
It depends on what they serve for. It's like because obviously like most special forces niggas don't really like talking about it because they're traumatized. Most of them are like,
something. Yeah.
like I did shit I don't agree with anymore. Most of them.
Remember I told you about you guys had a gaff about I talked about my friend that you saw the the cooked baby.
Yeah.
You remember that? Like that. Like he's one of those people. You know?
He's
one of those-
traumatized. He's
one-
definitely not okay
He's
anymore.
one of those people that like it's just man. I was there, saw some shit.
You delivered that in a way that it wasn't so much what you said, but like the way the emphasis of the two B's on baby fucking killed me for some
Saw a
reason.
baby in a microwave.
You're right. Because you can't tell it any other way because of how shocking it is.
Was
to
it in
hear
a
that.
bowl or a plate or something?
He did. He didn't specify. I never considered there being some fine china under the baby. I never considered that. With some fucking, I never considered what.
It's like that weird parchment paper that comes with bacon.
I never even thought about like, oh wow, was it on a plate?
That's crazy.
Was it a bowl with like a napkin on top of it?
That's
They
crazy.
have one of those covers so the microwave didn't get dirty. You know, like,
That's crazy. But yeah, there's a difference between like walking in on a cooked baby and I don't know, signing a document. You know?
yeah, being like a secretary for the fucking like the captain or
Yeah.
whatever, one of those XOs that are just jacking
Yeah.
off in the tents and beating the local women or whatever.
Yeah, there's even like pencil pusher jobs that I would consider kind of like HR. I bet is a nightmare over there.
Yeah,
You know?
look, being over,
If there even is such a thing.
respect to you for even being over there. Well, I can't even say. I'm sorry. It's one of those fine lines where it's like it's insensitive to say. It's like I feel bad for the people that are misled into doing a lot of stuff like that got to go over there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm also I don't necessarily, if I'm being honest, I don't really have respect for soldiers. I think
I know what you mean.
I
Yeah.
think we're so not that we are. I think we should be so far past this bullshit.
Sure.
Right? That's the thing that's upsetting to me. Like as just like a humanitarian, the fact that it's like, oh, war is just normal still.
You know what's crazy though is like I have way more respect for soldiers than I do for cops.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like there's
Of course.
something about it that
It's-
like because at the very least like
What is it for you? What do you think?
like in my opinion like if you're a soldier and this changes depending on the time in history of course like there were times where it's just like yeah I mean you go kill the Nazis, you know what I mean, like that's a cool thing to do, but like I think because you're trading something significant to do it, you know, like if like okay you are misled into believing something but you're actually like standing on business as opposed to like a cop who's like I just want to be an asshole and stop people on the street.
yeah.
I
for,
mean,
like,
a lot
doing
of
a really-
a
you
lot
know
of
what I mean?
military niggas are cops. That's the thing.
well, they become
Sure.
cops.
Like a lot. Like
They
they
become-
a lot.
Right, but I'm
they
not talking
become
about the
cops.
Venn diagram. I'm talking about like as separate entities,
But usually
Yeah.
which is like everybody in my family is that.
Like the people who were like went to the police academy. Dude, that is something that I actually I didn't do when
I thought about becoming a police
I
officer.
considered-
Remember when I wanted to become a cop?
No,
What?
what are you talking
I
about?
wanted to become a cop when I was like 20. I thought about becoming a cop, and I was like,
Did I even know you when you were 20?
Yeah, it's me when I was like 18.
I don't remember you before yesterday, quite
That's
frankly.
insane. This guy's a. You do have CT.
yeah.
I don't know, Kevin.
Lucky. Lucky.
I don't know.
Actually, I envy you.
I don't know,
wish
Conroy.
I envy me too. What?
How great would life be though if you just like
If you just had
didn't
CD,
remember
if you were
shit?
just
Yeah.
if you
feel
were
like-
just
I feel
Joe Biden and you just had no idea
Yeah,
what
if
was
you-
going on.
Joe Biden like, oh, I have some cancer or something. Who cares?
At a certain point, I think it's fun. At first, it's probably really scary.
I
though.
bet Joe Biden-
Like at first, it's probably terrifying.
Then at a certain level, it becomes awesome.
You know,
I
like,
bet Joe
whoa.
Biden has a level of like cognitive inability where like he'll probably heal himself from the cancer by mind over mattering it.
Yeah.
You know, or it's like if he just forgets that he has it enough, it'll just go away.
Probably.
because it feels like it's not being paid attention to.
I feel like I've done that.
I feel like
Yeah,
if Joe
that's what I'm
Biden-
doing by not going to the doctor ever.
If Joe Biden says Kamehameha, and it'll come out of his hands.
Something.
It'll be a beam.
if he
and I'm
knew
like,
what
that's
if
crazy.
he knew what
He's just-
Dragon Ball was, yeah, and that'd be terrifying. Keep him away from that
He's
shit.
just an orc. He's
Yeah, he is. He's a
He's a
Warhammer
Warhammer
orc.
orc, but he's not creative enough to think to imagine anything that would really benefit him.
Yeah.
Like he can only imagine himself giving speeches that kind of make sense.
I'm young again,
Kind
and
of.
he's fucking 20. I'm young again. He's a young Joe Biden.
You should. That's
How
like,
old is Joe Biden? How old is he like 80 something?
Two?
He's probably like 88.
Does colon cancer even matter if you're that old?
I mean, apparently it does to him because he's gonna.
I know it's in his bones or something.
He's gonna go. Yeah, it metastasized to his fucking.
Oh, it metastasized.
Which is crazy because that means he's been mega sick for a long time, which I know is not surprising at all.
A lot of people are like speculating about the efficacy and the morality of
course,
wheeling him out. But it's like, dude, is that not every?
No, I do think there's a difference. I think
he was particularly bad
considering
these two because they're relics.
Well, it's more considering the fact that like they knew that was the case clearly, and then they wheeled him out late enough to avoid an open primary. That I think is actually fucking genuinely ridiculous.
Yeah,
like fuck you for doing that. Like that's outrageously irresponsible.
It's more. It just adds to it because it was already fucked up enough, and now knowing this, it's like extra.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's like great. Thanks.
Not that it changes my opinion one way or the other. Like fuck the Democrats the whole time.
I don't feel any. No, man. This actually didn't do anything for me hearing this information. I was just like...
It just like reinforced what I felt already.
I was just like, this fucking old cunt.
Just maybe it's just more old people refusing to fucking let go of this one modicum of... Even though they have all the power already. Like, you are dying of ass cancer, dude. Go home.
No, why would I do that when I could not?
No, why could I...
No, here's the deal, Jack. My ass is swollen.
I feel like it's not even him. I feel like it's not even them.
At a certain point,
I think it's got to be him at some point.
That one day that ruined his actual chance when he had that debate with Trump where he was completely out of it. I guarantee you, he pissed entirely blood that day. Like he was looking and he was like, "Oh, that's that Kool-Aid."
That's not the same.
I'm not gonna worry about it. And then he just went and did his thing, and he had almost no blood, and that's why he just kept fucking up.
He didn't even notice because he just looked down and was like, "Well, my pee's gray like it normally is." Can't fucking see color. He's so sick.
I'm sure he pissed and went to wash his hands. Like, oh look, Hawaiian Punch. Put a cup in there and then drink it.
No way he knows what Hawaiian Punch is.
It's never cold.
Hawaiian Punch was probably invented in like 1932, and it's probably still too young for him to know what it is.
He's so right,
you ever look up how old certain things are? Where you're like surprised.
I'm super surprised about how old a lot of stuff.
Dude, Mountain Dew blew me the fuck away.
Yeah,
isn't it old?
Way old.
I saw
like World War II old.
I saw
something.
the origins of the cans. And like how it's I don't know how I saw this. Like, hey, you're a dumb gamer that's fucking retarded and shit. And then it just like gave me the evolution of how the Mountain Dew can.
The algorithm was like, you play video games. Would you like to know about the history of Mountain Dew?
I was like,
you were like, absolutely.
I know that's as far as your intellectual curiosity goes. It's like, I gotta know who did this logo.
Who did this? I want a thing for my MLG days.
Did it always look like sewage?
Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Mountain Dew's like piss.
Mountain Dew looks concerning.
It's a little green.
It looks like my piss.
I remember when I found out. I remember when I found out that it was green. I always thought it was like the bottle, you know. Like the bottle was doing it.
You thought? Oh, I
like
see.
The Xbox green.
Like Surge. Oh, wait, that's not right. Like what is a
like Ecto Cooler or something? Yeah. You know,
which I've green
never
energy
had.
Green.
Yeah. The green which one? One of those ginger drinks has a green bottle.
Ginger ale, Schweppes.
Is that one?
Schweppes.
However the fuck you say that.
Yeah.
But Mountain Dew looks like you absolutely shouldn't drink it.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit like that, man. I remember I saw Red Bull in a glass the first time, and I was like, brother.
In a glass?
Yeah, like in a cup, like a see-through cup, and I was yo. What the? No wonder it's in a can.
Yeah, like I don't want that.
Like you would never be able to pitch this.
It's a very weird color.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's deeply upsetting.
I was a Jaeger bomb fella for a period of time, so I got
You were a Jaeger bomb guy?
I had the only time that I've had Jaeger bombs ever was at VidCon with Lord Vega.
I missed that
in that hotel lobby.
So the thing that's interesting is to me Jaeger bombs only. And it was just where I was. It must have been regional because since it was a bunch of OC bros with lifted trucks and stuff, and they're all retarded and listen to Cottonmouth Kings, they all had Monster, everything Monster. So the Jaeger bombs were with Monster.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and
I still have never had Monster in my life.
So I will say it's much sweeter. It does mix a little bit better with Jägermeister, but also I'm not really a huge fan of Jägermeister because it tastes like black licorice. And I think that's the worst fucking candy on earth. It's really bad. I don't. When I see old people with it, I'm like, what? you definitely went through the Great Depression. I get this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
that was their candy
we
sludge.
had,
It was
there was-
street sludge was their candy.
There was some black licorice drink
sludge.
that we had at like VidCon with I think Jack's Films and
did.
Eric.
We did.
What was it called? Was it Skooma? No, Skooma's a Skyrim.
That's
You said skooma. Like
It's something.
If
It's
you
something
drink
like
skooma,
that.
You're cooked. You're already a drug addict.
No, it sounds very similar to that.
You're
I swear to
right.
God, it was like what the Sambuca.
Sambuca. That's it. It was very close.
Yeah,
that sounds like some fucking.
it almost
beverage you
sounds
take
like
out of
either one of
ayahuasca.
them could be each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Sambuca sounds fake as fuck. That sounds like a video game thing.
Yeah.
but it's real. And I remember drinking this.
It tasted the same to me as like Jaeger. It's,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's interchangeable. I just don't understand that flavor. But also, I'm somebody who, because I think it's pretty bitter, or is it sweet? I can't clock that flavor.
Licorice is disgusing to me in general.
I like the red one. It's fine.
I like-
It's okay,
the
but
rope.
it's.
you like
the
you like the
cherry
rope?
Terry rope. I like the rope.
Oh, I thought you said I like to.
I like
rope.
you said I like the rope.
I guess. I mean, who doesn't really like the rope?
I've been known to rope on occasion.
That's actually a very good point, though.
Who doesn't like rope? Do you guys not like roping?
No, man.
It's not a ropesters.
Rope, rope. That's like, is that the new Gooner?
Ropester.
A ropester.
Ropester? That's kind of sick.
Out here
That
roping
is
up the
fucking crazy.
That is I would like to aspire to get whatever you need. What is it? Lecithin, and
fucking iron.
all this stuff, zinc,
zinc.
magnesium, all the good stuff, and plenty of fluids, I guess. And I want genuine ropes because I guess that's where it came from. The people that can bust like champions because it looks like a lasso essentially. Like they're just busting that hard.
So crazy.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I wasn't gifted with that.
I want
No.
to get a. I want to get a hole drilled into my floor the perfect size of my penis, and I want to come in it to the point that I can seal it up, and then it would be like there's a full little vial of cum I have somewhere in my house.
Why?
I don't know really.
Such a freak.
I don't know really. I just want to know that.
Do you hear about the story of the guy that
Fuck
stored
the floor.
Well, I'll come back to that. Hold that thought. The guy he would store cum.
And he feed it to his wife.
Yeah,
Dude, that shit is crazy.
like
That
what?
is
yeah,
like
he put it in a jar, and then his wife found the jar in like the back, like under the sink
Under
or
the sink
something.
in the bathroom, I
and
think, or
she was like,
something.
"What is?" Or I think she threw it out because she was like, "I don't know what this is."
She did
what
throw it
the
out.
fuck just happened?
Are we good? Because yeah, that was
That was not normal.
yeah. Go back to you.
Huh? Let's. It's still recording.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll monitor the situation.
That was weird.
it just maybe it was just the monitor.
Maybe. Okay.
It did that again.
No.
Oh.
I just did, but like
okay.
everything went black.
Yeah, yeah. So that had to be the monitor, I guess.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm leaving this in. I don't care.
That was upsetting. Anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? That scared me.
Oh,
hider.
the guy. What did you say?
Oh,
the cum hider.
the
cum hider, okay.
Yeah. And then so she threw it out without his permission. And then he comes home one day and he's like, "Where's the jar?" He's like, "Don't touch that jar again." And I think it like advances a little bit more, and she finds it again or something. And then he confesses that it's like, "Yeah, I've been coming in this jar and putting it in your food every now and again." Which is fucking just what do you even gain from that? Like, I don't.
It's such a weird, sick and it's such a weird thing to gain satisfaction from, right?
Yeah.
I guess the one thing I
It's
want to
so
know
gross.
is I want to follow up because
Oh yeah, I gotta know more.
I would also like to know her genuine reaction of like how did she react to finding that information? Like was she just
That's an immediate deal breaker, right?
It has to be.
You would hope.
Hopefully.
You'd hope so.
That's like I can't even fucking fathom like staying around after that.
Yeah. Is it one of those things? Do you think the guy was like he wanted her to like swallow and she just was one of those girls that wasn't down for that? So then he just kind of like fed it to her slowly.
That is so crazy.
That is so insane.
It's like
Just break up if it's that important.
if it's that
If
important.
it's really that, I can't even imagine it being that important. But like, that's such a wild
It can't
the leap, you know?
Yeah.
To doing that.
That's not
even
okay.
at my most goonerific. I can't even imagine taking this type of leap.
No.
Where you're just like, God
That's so
damn,
invasive.
dude.
That's so like wildly invasive.
Keep
Like,
your goonery to yourself at
I
least.
can't like I really
have you
cannot
guys heard
store
of?
cum.
Have you
I just
guys?
can't
Have you
do
guys
that.
heard about the gayification where like there's this Reddit post where this guy is like, hey, there's him and his wife have been married for like 16 years, long happy marriage. He's like, hey, me and your brother-in-law are gonna go to the Bahamas for this gay orgy, and we're just gonna.
Where'd you hear this?
It's a Reddit post I read, and I was like, what the?
And then what? And then what happened?
And the wife was to be like, calm. Wife was like, are you gay? Like, if you're gay, like that's fine. If you're queer, like that's whatever. I still love you, but like, we gotta figure out some stuff out there. He's like, no, I'm not gay at all. I just wanna go to the Bahamas and fuck some butt.
What is that?
Fuck some dude butt.
Where did this lead to?
It led to the wife finding out that he clearly has had many gay escapades, but refuses to admit he's gay. He's like, I'm just not gay, man. I'm just out here just knocking down people for just.
So he admits that he's out there fucking guys on purpose,
but he says,
but he's not gay.
Not gay. Like he's like, oh, he's probably like, oh, it's just for sport or something. Like it's just like it's
like 100. He's craving 100.
Yeah, it's like how I'm not an alcoholic, but I like an occasional drink.
Yeah, and I'm
you
like,
think that's his logic?
How I think so, probably, and it's probably something around that.
I don't need it.
But I just every once in a while you want to fuck some butt. What's wrong with that?
I don't even really like it. Really, like it's more of like what it does for me.
Isn't it
it's
weird
like people
that
drink coffee even though they don't like it? It's like it's what I need.
That's fucking wild, dude. The weird thing is with that guy's situation, being honest enough to be like, yeah, I fuck guy butt. But the problem is the label that comes with it is the problem.
Yeah, not the out.
Not that he's actually fucking guy butt. Like it's no problem. Yeah. Which that's true. But like it's like look, let's be real. Anybody right now that's paying attention to the NBA, there's Karl Anthony Towns. Cat he has a family. He's got a girl, but that nigga is look.
I don't know.
I would say at best he's bisexual.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was
zesty.
a gay. I would not be surprised if he ended up.
Dude, it's like he puts on the thing that's sad. It saddens me. When it's time for him to interview, he puts on this like deeper like voice where he tries to hide it. Yeah. But like then he has like moments where Brett's like, "Hey, what do you think is more difficult, the SEC or the ECF, like the Eastern Conference Finals?" And he's like, "The SEC. What you mean?" Like it breaks character every once in a while.
Yeah.
Or, oh, for sure. Or like there's a fucking excellent picture of Jason Tatum. He's going in for a layup,
and he just looks,
and he fucking to not like he didn't want to foul him, and he's like he's one leg up, and he's like I was like, bro, this guy is so zesty. I love it. I actually love his zesty attitude. I feel like it makes him play harder.
I like him
That's
a
so
lot because I think he's really funny. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I love hearing him say
every time
that.
he tries to get a foul call because they're not calling fouls on him, he's like, oh my god, foul! Like he's so dude. I love Cat, but like it makes me mad that I'm like, why can't you just be like we all see it? But why can't you just be that? Or,
maybe he is authentically just one of those anomalies.
I'm going to be honest. I have people. There's so many in my family that I think I have no evidence at all that he either likes men or has ever been with anything like that. But like his mannerisms are completely queer coded.
Right.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, it could be an anomaly where he just grew up around a lot of women.
Yeah, like people tell me I have black mannerisms all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, where?
Which I'm black coded.
It's very true.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's 100% true.
What happened? What did you say?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you not agree?
No.
Dude, the amount of times
I mean, I say the N-word all the time.
Says the N-word.
Yeah.
He fucking wears Timbs.
You know what's crazy? I think racists probably say the N-word more than most black people.
I don't say it more than most black people.
Are you a racist?
Of course.
He goes to sleep with do-rags.
That's true. You don't see it ever.
Yeah. You know, because I'm never sleeping on camera.
You're not
like a fucking psycho.
You're not sleeping with them, you know? So he goes to sleep, puts his do-rag on. He's got his waves, but then he fixes it for the podcast. He's like,
yeah, I wake up with waves.
Undoing waves is insane.
It takes a long time. It's why the show starts at 11 and not 9. I need time to undo my waves.
I remember a time when I used to actually like really groom my self to brush it down to have my waves, and then I'm just like, this takes too long.
Yeah.
this is stupid to maintain, and I gotta let me keep everything moist and important. I stopped caring.
Yeah, I gotta cut my hair short again. It's
I'm gonna
it's
pull out
annoying
my
to
facial hair
maintain
eventually. I'm
long
gonna yank
hair.
it all out at one strand at a
This nigga
time.
says he's gonna
That's good.
one strand at a time. You get the tweezers.
How long do you think it'll take?
Fucking psychopath.
How long do you think what?
Like you take one strand at a time out
With the
your
amount of
fucking
hair
head.
that you have?
Yeah, just one at a time.
Probably an entire day.
I think it would take way.
Why don't you just grab pieces of it and pull?
Nah, he likes precision.
I'm gonna wax it. I'm gonna get like the wax thing and I'm gonna
He's
yank
like
it all off my face.
when they do the hair transplants, but in reverse. So-
Oh, they actually put the follicles inside of your
Yeah, they
face.
have-
Wait, so they take parts of your body that don't grow hair,
yeah, like
remove them, and then put them on the places that do?
yeah. So they have like hair. Yeah, so hair transplants they have these tiny like
That is a wild
these tiny incisions, and then they have to plant them in.
Yeah.
I don't think your butt hair. People's ass
Sometimes
hair.
they work, sometimes they don't. That's crazy. Ass hair.
I don't think they do that.
They do actually.
But that's pubic hair.
No. Did you say people hair?
That's pubic hair, though. Like, it doesn't
I think it still grows.
grow the same.
Maybe not.
Does it?
Maybe.
I don't have. So my knowledge it just goes at the procedure, and I don't know what type of hair they use. I don't know.
Well, what I'm saying is like people's beard
I know
hair
what you
and
mean.
stuff. Like it would be weird if I used if I was getting a hair transplant and I used my beard hair.
That'd be
That
weird
would look
because
fucking
it's
weird
like
because it's a
pubic hair.
completely different color.
And it's essentially like pubic hair. It's not. Fucking,
Yeah.
It's not the same consistency, so it would be weird.
It would be disgusting.
Dude, imagine having a full head of pubic
imagine
hair.
The places that people usually go bald, right? So like it's just a patch up here and like around the sides of like it's your normal hair and then it's a different color of like thicker like rustly hair.
Doctor, can you replace my entire head of hair with pubic hair?
I can do this.
I've been waiting so long for
somebody.
someone to
Finally.
Brave soul.
Finally, he opens up like a cabinet and takes out a book. Dust flies off of it. It's like an ancient fucking.
It's a tome.
It's a tome.
a grimoire.
Dude,
He
that's
just
sick
opens
as
it.
fuck. It would look like permanent like Jerry curls, just like all completely sprayed down and shit. That'd be so
crazy.
sick. At least mine. If I did that, that'd be sick.
It'll be heinous.
Yeah, I want to. I
My
want
pubes
to.
are blonde and straight, so I don't know.
I'm gonna ask him if I can. Because I
I
have
got a blonde beard.
I have a
that'd be-
decent amount of pubes. No, I don't. I really actually it's. But I have like these patches that'll be good. And then so like you see, here's the top of the head of the beginning. Just fill in that little part right there with pubic hair. That'd be sick as fuck,
It
dude.
would look like a stroke on text in Premiere, just like
Oh
this
my
like
God.
vague outline. I'm just like that looks different, kind of
That'd be
from like
sick
the
as
main.
fuck, dude. I'm gonna look into it.
You know what I want to do? I want to give myself multiple widow's peaks. So I want to like fill in. So it goes like a triangle.
Yeah.
I want to go like a triangle here, and then another triangle here. and a
Fucking
triangle
Majin
here.
fucking ass. Fucking.
Dude.
Dude, so with the Majin hairline. Dude,
That's what we need. That's what we need. We need. I'm tired of because the one thing how there's always things that kind of that don't separate us. Like say we all have the best cell phones available.
True.
Haircuts. Pretty much you can't really do much.
It is crazy that a haircut has remained basically the same for as long as I've been alive.
And so that's where I'm getting at. It's time to step it up. So the multiple widow's peaks is one of the next things. Pubic hair.
Exactly.
What else? You guys got any other ideas?
He gave up immediately. He introduced a concept and immediately gave up.
What else?
I think that's all I can imagine. I guess they could, you know how like some places offer like they'll wash your hair for free, or not for free, but like as a part of the service.
Yeah.
What if there was like a service to grease up and dirty your hair?
Can you filthy my fucking hair for me?
Dunk
I
your
look
head.
way too clean.
Yeah. Like maybe it's like it's not what you're going for. It's not the look. You're looking too pristine, and it doesn't serve what you're trying to do. So it's like, all right, we're gonna dump your head in sewage.
Bro, sewage.
A sewage perm is crazy.
I feel like that would burn.
A sewage-
I feel like there's
It's
this-
probably-
It would absolutely burn because you're gonna realize that there are cuts on your head that you didn't realize were there. You know,
you're gonna get sick immediately.
it's like when you put your hand in salt or whatever, and you realize, or like something like that,
Some type of
seasoning,
citrusy
and you're
thing.
like, ooh, I have a paper
Ooh,
cut. I didn't even
fucking
know.
cut.
I didn't even know about it.
Bro,
You
dealing
would
with
get
like
so sick.
chilies.
You'd have like fucking black inky lines going down your face as you're getting infected by this whatever fucking sewage you put on your head.
Yeah,
you're like,
man.
yeah, it's fine. Your head just leaks sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah, Hep C is good for the scalp.
Yeah.
That's what the old
You
village
should wash your hair with
That's
Pepsi.
wise
crazy.
people say. Huh?
You just wash your hair with
Wash
Pepsi.
your hair.
You should get shampoo, 3/4 shampoo, and then the last fourth is just Pepsi.
You know what's crazy? I've actually heard people that's like a thing that people, not Coke necessarily, but like, what is it? Coffee. People wash their hair with coffee.
Oh, I've heard that before.
And apparently that's like a good thing to do, but like I don't
There's
understand
people that-
how or like what.
It's what do you call
is it frustrating?
It's snake oil.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I mean,
There's some people that are like, oh, because it's the same principle. Like, no, just drink the coffee. Drink the coffee.
I guess, yeah.
Like they just do these things. It's fucking snake oil. I don't know what I have something. I can't remember it. I did. Oh, I have what do you call it? One of those pads that clean your skin or whatever. I have one of those acne pads or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I don't clean my skin. So
I didn't even. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's even crazier.
there was-
That's even crazier retort. Yeah, I'm aware. I've seen. Like, it's,
I clean it like once a week. I'll be like, oh shit, I'm all fucked up, and then I'll see you next week.
I do
But,
a mask every day.
Really?
I do one of the scrubbing, like the exfoliating masks, the soy ones. I do it every day.
I used to, when I was younger, I used to really exfoliate and all that shit. I got lazy. I just do it every once in a while.
I gotta pick that back up.
Yeah. But I got the pads, and I just noticed just last night, it says that, oh, it has like grapefruit this or something. And I'm like, why? I didn't even
Squirrel
notice.
pissing in fucking tin. And I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah, I don't know the science behind any of that stuff, honestly. Like, it all sounds plausible to me because I remember reading it was like, oh, body wash dries your skin out, you know, compared to like soap, like proper like bar soap. And I'm like, fuck. Well, why are they even allowed to do this then? Like, what's the point of this?
What do you mean?
Why would you sell body wash that dries your skin out?
Because it's easier to use than soap. Because you buy that shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the purpose of that. Like, that's not even a worthy trade-off. Just use soap.
So I
Well,
just
to me,
use
it's
Dove.
like it depends. It depends on like you get the ones that actually you pay a pretty penny, and then it's like it'll keep you nice and moisture.
Yeah, I
it'll have
guess.
exfoliating stuff in it.
Do you ever use the stuff with the fucking beads in them?
Yeah, that's the exfoliating.
I can't use that shit.
Why?
I need it
Because my pores are too big, so that like it like
It's
No, I'm
just
not even
in your
joking.
face. You gotta squeeze it out your fucking face.
Yo, I'm not even joking. Like my pores are huge, so like it's actually a problem. Like I can't use that shit.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never heard of
sucks.
that.
We're Negroes. We have famously small pores. That's a good thing about us.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
have small pores, so that's how it works.
yeah.
So for us, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't scrub the fuck out of myself. I gotta like.
You should scrub off your tattoos. You just
tried.
scrub them off. Do you have any you don't want anymore? Like you're like, I would rather not have this.
The only one that I don't like this one was it's kind of okay on my hand, but it started off good, and then on a drunken night there was a tattoo artist. I was like, hey man, I can color it in for you.
Never a good start to a story.
Of course,
Yeah.
that's exactly how it was. Just one of those bad nights of the night was fun.
Oh, of
and
course, yeah. They're always fun.
And when you're drunk, the unfortunate thing is you're still aware. See, this is the thing. I hate when people make excuses like, oh, I didn't know what you looked like or whatever. I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't care.
I knew what he looked like.
You didn't care. That's the
Well,
whole
you
thing.
can be blackout and just not.
That's true.
I didn't say blackout.
That's true. That's fair.
like I didn't black out or nothing, but it's just like when you're aware of what's happening, you just don't care. Like I made out with the fucking an ogre one time. And I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. I'm at a show, having a good time. And then, like,
Yeah.
at school, everyone was like, bro. And I was like, yeah, what are you going to do?
So I knocked,
What are you going to do?
man, I've knocked down a few Draugr. I've knocked down a few Draugr in my life, bro.
I mean, a few Draugr.
I've knocked down a few
I like the
Draugr
idea
in
of
my
you being like, yeah, whatever. And the next day you come to school or whatever, and your fucking mouth looks like pizza.
so many boils.
It's like advanced herpes.
It's so crazy.
So many boils.
No.
One of your lip
I've
is-
lucked out. I don't have herpes
too,
yet.
yeah,
Don't have
thank
herpes
God.
yet. I've
Not
lucked
yet. Not yet,
out.
but I'll be trying.
It's been,
I'll be trying, bro.
You've been trying.
I'll be trying,
How have you
bro.
tried and not gotten herpes?
It is.
I have a unique blood. I have unique blood.
It is quite frankly a miracle.
I have unique blood. It's fucking.
Yeah.
My brother's like, hey, chill, bro,
I
chill.
didn't get it because I was too homophobic to like share drinks with people back in the day.
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I kind of like as I got older, it just kind of bothered me less. Well, usually when it came to alcohol, because I'm like, oh, the alcohol killed the gay bacteria on the drink.
The alcohol won't make me not turn gay.
Yeah,
don't worry.
because like there's gay bacteria on there.
Yeah,
Right.
When every man has gay bacteria, so this is what happens. And then when that gay bacteria of another guy and then your gay bacteria mingle together, then it activates your gayness.
Right.
So that's the thing, but it happens incrementally. It's kind of like how you keep smoking, you'll eventually probably get cancer. So it's the same way. The more you interact drinking with other men,
the more you're gay, the more you're
gay. So I really try to avoid it, and I only became about 30% gay. So I'm not I contained it.
I see.
Yeah,
that's wild. Interesting.
So, but
you should do a TED Talk about this exact thing. You should go live and talk about.
I'm going to go on Temple's podcast and convince thousands of people this is real.
It's. I mean, you don't have to because it is.
It is real.
It is real.
I'm going to convince them of the truth.
I know. Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Israel.
I would go on Temple's podcast with a bomb on my chest and be like, guys, if anyone moves, we're fucking going up. Anyone moves, we're fucking screwed.
That'd be so
Anyone
sick.
moves. That is such a low demand.
You better. That's such it's a wildly high demand. Actually,
it is. I think physically impossible not to not move.
Inch.
Anyone. Don't you fucking look at me. Nobody look at me. Everybody look forward right now.
Take your beanie off. Take your beanie off right now. Take it off right now. I gotta see.
Take it right now and rub your head. Rub your head and say,
rub your head.
Rub your head.
Rubber baby bunky bumpers. Rubber baby bunky bumpers.
Do it right now. Jump on for us. I'll blow this bitch up. I'll fucking send this bitch to the sky. What the fuck? We need more people like that. Not. Oh, that's a terrorist.
No. Stick with it. Stick with that.
But we need more people that are willing to do insane stuff to change things.
Yeah.
But maybe bringing a fucking car bomb on your chest to Temple's podcast might not be the place you start.
We need more people who are willing to. We need more people who are willing to eat light bulbs and gargle them.
Yeah, like those that hard men. You guys know what? You guys remember when Jimmy Dore went on the Temple podcast?
No,
I don't.
Well, I mean, good for you. I'm glad you don't remember because that's actually really. I'm envious.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But that he went on when he started doing his grifter arc. See, what I was hoping, because he went on to just lie about, when I spat on Alex Jones in that convention, you guys remember that? It was an accident.
It wasn't a fucking accident. What a dumbass.
Dude, it pans to Tim Pool. And he has the most glazed over, you're full of shit look, it's so funny.
Yeah,
he doesn't call him out on it because he's a fellow grifter now.
Did he fucking hawk a loogie? It wasn't like an accident.
You got a drink, and then he walked up to him and spit in his face. I remember it vividly because I took an NKX screenshot of Reptile spitting and put it side by side to show like look at this fucking reptile.
That's so crazy. It's like, I'm sorry, I actually have dementia. I just thought I was Squirtle for a moment. What are you saying?
So
it was an accident.
His explanation was Alex Jones is really funny, and so he said something like funny, and I had a spit take. I had some of my iced tea and I spit it.
Yeah, everybody has a spit take with direct force across a room.
By walking directly up to the person and then immediately walking away as he spit on so crazy.
The idea of a spit take like that is awesome. Somebody tells you a joke, and then you run away.
And then you just run away. You don't even say sorry or nothing.
You're such a fucking old loser.
It's crazy, and I'm just like, now imagine a world.
Mummy ass looking fucking retard.
After he said... No, imagine a world after he says all that shit. After he does Tim Pool's face is all glazed over from this guy's such full of shit. Then he just pulls out a bomb and blows up.
Everybody
shut the fuck up right now.
It's not even a bomb. It's literally it's a stopwatch taped to just a clump of hot dogs, but it still works.
He figured it out.
He figured it out. He's been in the laboratory tinkering for years. How do I unlock the explosive capability of hot dogs?
That is crazy. That is crazy. Someone in a fucking lab. That's not a lab. It's like a fucking workbench. It's like a Last of Us 2 workbench.
Yeah.
But he has hot dogs, wires, and a fucking candle.
Dude,
it's like Tony Stark in the cave building it with a box of scraps.
Exactly.
Exactly. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Fucking Obadiah
okay, bro?
Stane. You good?
You okay?
Bro, that's Tony Stark, bro. We don't have the resources. Stop being
Nobody move.
Dumb.
Nobody move right now.
Nobody fucking move. Everybody stay still. Fucking everybody look at me. Look at me.
Everybody's like, my guy, that's a movie. Yeah, like he's demented.
He's demented, but he makes an explosive vest out of hot dogs. It does work.
He unlocks it. He figures it out.
It does level that compound. That compound's flat after he's done.
That's so great. Yeah, it's gone. It's not even like it exploded. It's almost like it was just erased. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's not even any rubble or
like it's gone in it where it was the patch of grass where deers and everything like frolic.
Yeah, you know how like
like it's healed.
you know how like when a wormhole opens and then collapses? How it's like it just kind of erases what's there?
It just alters it.
That's what it did?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like that's insane. He's gone though. Like he can't do it again. But like, holy shit, that's impressive.
That would be nuts to witness and then literally never being able to see that again.
I feel like that's looking too far ahead. It's like a caveman looking at like somebody fucking using a fleshlight. I feel like it's like, dude, that's too.
Maybe a native looking at a ship.
A caveman looking at a fleshlight, I don't feel like is that crazy.
I feel like he would like be able to figure it out. Like you feel it.
I have a video tutorial on how to make one of the homemade ones. I have a video tutorial on my phone.
The first
it's on my phone.
Of course.
Are you gonna 3D print one?
No, I think that's too far.
Why is that too far?
I feel like I don't usually descend into sexual deviancy. I think that's like a line I keep myself out of.
He has a tutorial on how to build a fleshlight.
I haven't partook in it yet. I just have it. I've sent it to the homies that might need it. Some of my homies in jail. Like, hey, brother, here you go, man.
See your homies in jail.
Yeah.
Here's schematics. For I know you have an abundance of resources.
It's really
in
not
prison.
hard. It's like sponges, a balloon, and then like a fucking cup.
I like the idea of when you can just fleshlights got to be cheap now. They've been out for like decades almost.
I feel like a flashlight's maybe like $60 for a pretty good one.
I feel like that's how much they were when they came out.
Right, which means it would be cheaper still because of inflation. The fact that they're holding steady on that price, you know,
instead of fucking $80.
Yeah.
I wonder how much money.
If you're a real fan, you're gonna fucking pay $80
That's such
for
a
your
crazy
game.
thing. Like, did you see that the Borderlands?
Like, he's like, shut the fuck up.
What's up?
Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox or whatever, is like one of the lead Borderlands guys. He was like, "Oh yeah, real fans will pay $80 for Borderlands 4," and it's just like, "What? Just shut up."
Pull your.
Why are you saying? Like, I don't even necessarily like. I know what you're. If I'm being as charitable as possible,
I mean,
to
he's
you,
right,
I know
effectively.
what you're saying, but like nobody, like, why would you think that would be a wise thing for a CEO to say?
You gotta stop. It's
like, of course, real fans are gonna put down fucking a lot of money for fucking whatever it is that they're interested in. But like, for you to say that is so tone deaf. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That is the whole the tone deafness of it. It's the same thing as the Ubisoft guy was like, oh, like gamers got to get used to like not owning their games. It's true. It is a true thing. We are in the era where we fucking play most of our shit digitally, and you don't own them. I don't want to hear you say that, pussy. like what the fuck?
That's the worst thing for you to say. You're not in the position to say shit like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It
only
so
serves to
maddening.
hurt you. That's the thing. That's my thing. Is like it's the self-preservation of it. It's just like, don't you want to create like a good environment for the thing that you're working on?
Why would
Right.
they want to do that?
You would think.
Well, they're fucking selling Nintendo Switch 2 games for fucking $80, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be. And they're just on the fact that they're on cards. They're not even real games. Is like, that's tragic. Unfortunate.
been
It's
the
just
case
maddening
for
for like people like us, and you know, I probably most people that are listening, they're just on the level of we understand that it's just a little bit of you know, we're in control of consumerism. We're in control of supply and demand. That if we just stepped back, they would adjust the price. We understand, but too many people will never do that, and so it sucks knowing that, and they still having to just see things just keep going up.
There's too many sea-bound retards. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sucks, man. It's I just watched a video on the entire history of NBA 2K. And it was really nice because this guy just went through, like, autistically just went through the entire from 2K all the way to 25, and it's showing every difference and intros and just all this stuff. It was a really cool video and showing the exact point of when it was. Oh, here's the point of no return, or where it turned into complete dog shit.
2013?
Where did it start?
Well, actually,
dying?
technically, so 2013 is when they added virtual currency. So some people would say that, but really 2018 they added this really shitty thing called the neighborhood, And this is when they started ramping up the VC.
Isn't it that weird, like a not a live action menu, but like a real world kind of?
It's more of you here's a place where you can hang around. Here's all your courts. Here's all your stuff. This is when they ramped up the abuse of VC, the virtual currency.
Yeah,
because it was already kind of retarded, but there was still good games after it. There were still good games. Like 2016 was actually a really good game. There was good 2Ks after it. But yes, the better ones were definitely before virtual currency.
Oh, of course.
But like 2018 was like the death of it. I skipped a billion of those games, hopped back on to see what was going on in 2K19, and I was like, the love that they put into the story was cool as fuck. Seeing that it was like to be reminding me of Titanfall 2 kind of a thing. Like, oh, they put a lot of love into this thing, even though nobody's fucking with it.
Yeah.
And then they took it out because they were like, who gives a shit? We make billions on virtual currency. We're going to make the game shitty and fix 2 things each year. Just to like, oh, here you go. Finally, it's a little bit better. Somehow they regressed this year on 2K25. And it sucks so badly because every content creator in the 2K industry knows, like, if these stupid dumbass niggas would stop paying for this shit and spending another $70 to fucking max out their characters so they can actually compete, they would stop. But they make billions from the virtual currency.
They do. They're gonna make money.
It's so maddening because it's the only basketball simulator. It's the only one. There's no competition.
They got rid of the live games.
Yeah, live's been dead for a while.
I love those games. I loved all those games, honestly.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why
I don't know what because to me it doesn't even
2K
seem.
2K does all the sports stuff now in general. Actually.
But it's like
2K.
It makes me mad that like why?
No, because EA has Madden and
Oh yeah.
I think isn't it?
No, that's not 2K.
They're not 2K.
No, EA has Madden. And I think they have.
ESPN was because there used to be ESPN and Madden used to compete, and then they actually stopped.
Yeah.
So I think they might have the monopoly on the NFL now, which I don't think it should be able to be done. I don't like that you can have a monopoly on we're the only ones who can make NFL branded content.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. So the EA
even baseball, like there's not a lot. Like I remember playing like RBI baseball and MVP baseball. These were like different games, but like it's really just the show now.
Yeah, and it might be the same. It might be the same for every sport. That
MLB the show, right?
Yeah,
MLB the show. Yeah,
I think, and that might be the only one now.
I remember when the show came out. I remember that game franchise came. It used to be MLB games regular.
There just used to be like a bunch of weird like I remember playing MVP baseball. 2005 was the one that I remember
when they weren't called the show. I remember when the show was the title of one of them. First it was
MLB.
Is that true? It was MLB, and then they made the show. Yeah,
that's so weird to me because like if just hearing that name, it's like that's a terrible name. It's kind of weird to me that like took off because like what do you mean? What does that mean?
I guess it's just a brand. Yeah, like so that does make sense. It kind of lends to what he's saying that it was probably a specific thing, and then they just people started calling it the show. So like let's just run with it.
Yeah, it's like Call of Duty 4 or whatever. How like it was like Modern Warfare, but then they were like. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Even though it's the 7th one or something.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's like when anybody says, "Do you play 2K?" You know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
there's a trillion of them, and there used to be NFL games, and I miss the competition. Everybody talks about the competition. That's in sports world. That is the biggest fucking thing. When
are they gonna bring back Fight Night games? If they're probably not, I guess.
Boxing
I don't know.
Has a limited.
They had
because boxing became so much more.
Undisputed
popular.
is pretty sick. You should check it out.
When did Undisputed come out?
It's I think it might still technically be in early access, but it's like
really.
I don't remember if it's officially launched.
Is Michael Jai White in it?
Is Michael Jai White Undisputed?
Yeah.
I haven't ran into that
because that's his movie series. You know that, right? The Undisputed games are his movie series.
Well, it's just Undisputed. It's like
MMA too. I'd assume he might be involved
adjacent to that's not. It's irrelevant to his whatever his series is
because of the fact his movies are MMA movies called Undisputed. So I assume like oh my god.
Well, Undisputed is just a word. It's just like you can't copyright that. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not copyright, but I think it would be like interesting. Like oh you just
add him into
yeah that'd be funny.
It'd make more sense for him to be a mixed martial arts, but actually he doesn't really. He's not well. It's unfortunately not well respected in the MMA community.
I heard he's not respected in the MMA community, even though like
I'm not sure
in the
why.
community he's not by fighters. He is. He's not
because that video came out of him eating that dog.
I think it was. He was like, "Hey, I'm actually Spawn," and then he just ate a dog.
It was
Yeah.
It was a video of him kicking the fuck out of kicking John Jones in the fucking back of his head.
Yeah, or that.
John
People
Jones
be
is
really
like,
happy, actually.
I mean, some people. I like watching him fight. He is a. He needs to be in jail probably.
I don't know anything about this guy.
John Jones.
This is a terrible fucking.
a bad
He's one of the best, arguably the best mixed martial artists to live. However, there's huge asterisks because he's been caught cheating so many times. He's popped for steroids multiple times.
Oh, great.
And so it's one of those things to where there's people that argue that it's crazy that he took those steroids because he'd probably win without them because he's that good. That's an argument, man. You can't prove it either or.
Yeah.
It's like, because people talk about being in the cage with him, very small, not compared to like being a light heavyweight, but they talk about
He's like
insanely,
3'6", I think, right?
Yeah, he's like 3'6".
He's way more powerful than he should be for someone his size. Like insanely.
That's what they say. He's
so.
3'6".
3'6"
He's
is
like
crazy.
way too powerful.
like throwing up at least 745 pounds.
It's like,
That's a wild arm he's got.
but yeah, he's beaten his fiance after he accepted his Hall of Fame speech.
Right after,
really?
like that
Yeah.
weekend, right?
He beat his wife and then
Damn, that's like Will Smith getting the award right after slapping Chris Rock.
yeah, it's basically
He
similar.
can't go back there. That's hilarious. He still can't go back to.
It is
those
crazy in
awards.
retrospect that he just got an award. Like
That is
immediately.
so
Like, that
as
is
if
kind of
nothing
crazy.
happened.
Yeah,
he slapped.
I
a
thought
colleague.
it was fake. I thought it was fake. Like my brain was like, this has to be fake. Because I agreed to him slapping him for a bit, and I was like,
it wasn't played off like enough of a bit for me to believe that it was fake necessarily. Like
The
because
thing it was the sitting when he was yelling afterwards. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. That was when I was like, that's real.
yeah.
It's not, the audience isn't laughing. This is a very, I was like, oh, this is real.
it felt so Looney Tunes. It had to be like
the
it felt
slap
so
was,
Looney
the slap
Tunes.
was the Looney Tune part.
Yeah.
It's like bring it back. It's
the
like
way
Trump
that he
getting
wa-
shot. It was real, but it was like this feels like Looney Tune shit. Like this doesn't feel like a real
Look,
thing's
man,
happening. Like what's
look,
happening?
I'm gonna be honest. The more stuff comes out about that,
I
I'm just
know.
like, the one thing that I feel like people that are reasonable have a hard time because they always have to preference this. They always have to say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or I don't believe in conspiracy. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's the default position. Let's just talk about it. And there's so many people that I feel like they're afraid to dive into. I love diving into dumb shit like that because the more you look into it, I'm like, all right, I don't know who to talk to this about. Like, if anybody wants to talk to me about this, let's rap because it's everything about it seems so fucking wacky.
It feels like a Looney Tunes. It feels like some shit that SpongeBob would do.
There's too many things that aren't even.
Shoot the president?
Like something goes wrong and then look at that, the president got shot.
What do you mean?
It just feels cartoonish.
Maybe Squidward, I don't know.
Squidward wouldn't do it.
kill the president.
Doodle Bob for sure.
Doodle
Bob
Bob would have succeeded.
He would have got
The scope would have been.
You got me, Doodle Bob.
Ow! Where?
Where?
Like a fucking baby.
Dude, the weirdest thing when he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and Joe was like, "Hey, you want to see the scar?" and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What else do you want?
I don't know how to square.
And then Joe was like, "Oh, weird. There's like nothing." And then Joe just been like, Joe in his stupid monkey brain knows what that means, but he's like being charitable. You know, he's being
He's like
charitable.
Walnut.
The thing
Okay.
Yeah, the thing I can't square with that being fake is that somebody's head really exploded.
Yeah.
So like I don't.
Why not?
I don't
Did
know.
that?
No, but why not?
What do you mean? Why
What if
not?
it just did that?
No, but like say like someone's head actually exploded. Why not? Why does that make it fake?
I just feel like it's unlikely that someone was in like had their head exploded in the line of fire, and that didn't also translate to him getting nicked in some way. If they could have faked it without killing someone, I think, just as easily.
I think
They could have.
but also
It would have been a lot easier, actually.
maybe.
Why? Yeah, of course.
Actually,
objectively.
like just from your own argument, that made it seem real.
Yeah, but they're not trying to get people who would even think that. They're playing to their base anyway. You know?
Maybe so, but then also this is one of the reasons why people on the left at all didn't even. There was nobody that would, even with the photo op and everything, there was almost nobody trying to even argue. We're just like, we're just going to move on and accept it.
Yeah.
No one was using any type of like due diligence to see like let's look into this at all. It's kind of like leading. After say if you read the 9/11 Commission report and you read it, it's like there's a lot of stuff missing from this. This is weird. And
Sure.
then there's a lot of people that are like, we're just going to accept it. I don't care. It's in the same vein.
A lot of people are like Jews. A lot of people are like Jews. Jews did this, and I'm like, bro, why?
I forgot.
Why?
That was
why?
Because they blame it on they always. It's such a weird. That's such a left field thing. I think it's just because it's like finance stuff or whatever.
The guy that opened the building or some shit.
To me,
there's something about it that's like there's a sprinkle of truth that just leads to way too much anti-Semitism, and it's like what's happening right now?
I don't care. Those buildings were ugly.
No,
Jesus
they weren't.
Christ, the Twin Towers are fucking an eyesore, man.
That is so fucking insane.
You are crazy to think that what they replace it with isn't way better.
It is better, yes, but to say they're ugly is absurd.
I just think
they were not ugly buildings, Chris.
They're just fucking cubes. They're just like rectangles.
I was indifferent.
They're just buildings. To say they're ugly is crap. Have you seen a Chrysler building? That building looks fucking... Have you seen a Space Needle? They look fucking retarded.
Are you stupid? The Chrysler Building's awesome.
It looks fine. I think the Empire State Building's a nice building. I think that's
the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building are like iconic buildings. They got fucking gargoyles on them. That's sick.
Cool.
What are you talking about?
I think have the gargoyles look cool. The buildings look like buildings.
Motherfucker, I'm talking about the accoutrements. They're all squares. But like the fact that like you've got a nice looking building, the Empire State Building is a nice looking building.
It's such an unoffensive building.
It's a rectangle, is my point. It's an ugly rectangle with a bunch of fucking lines sticking up out of it. It's fucking an eyesore. I'm glad it's gone.
They're just buildings. They're so unoffensive buildings.
But why are you pushing back?
Yeah,
then?
I don't understand.
Because say they're ugly is like there are ugly buildings. Have you been to Chicago before? That place has some.
We're not talking about Chicago.
I'm talking about ugly buildings. Period. I'm not
Kingston,
talking about place
I'm
by
talking
place.
about New York and a building that dominated the fucking skyline that you couldn't help but stare at because it was the tallest fucking thing there. Twice. If there were two, Kingston, if there were 7 foot, if there were 8 foot ugly twins. Horrifically ugly twins in all of your fucking
horrifically
shut up.
ugly.
If there were 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot ugly twins in all of your family photos, would you be upset if they never showed up again?
They're not. I think calling them ugly buildings is such a wild statement. They're really not that ugly.
I don't know.
There's the New York Life building right beside that. That building was fucking stupid.
What Life building? What are
The
you
New
talking
York
about?
Life building.
Where is it?
Right on. I think it's on 53rd.
Was it as tall as the fucking Twin Towers?
It was very fucking tall.
Was it as tall as the Twin Towers?
It wasn't as tall.
Oh, there you
but
go.
it was another huge fucking set of buildings that's ugly.
Kingston, it's the fact that the Twin Towers were 2 and they were both bland and they took so much of the skyline.
I think they were so fine looking. They were like, oh, these are just buildings.
Why are you arguing so passionately about something that
This is
you
the
just
most
think
New
is
York
fine?
moment I've ever had in my life, actually. But it's like, they're just like,
you just think they're fine.
inoffensive.
But what do you mean?
To say that they're ugly, I think is a stretch. They're just they're just
Why is he so-
buildings.
New York state of mind, dude.
It is. This is my most New York moment I've had in a long
He's just
time.
mad that like somebody's saying some bullshit about such an iconic thing. He's like, hey man.
Bro, it's
I think they're fine.
every other building in New York City is better than it. Like straight up. With a name, especially. Grand Central's nicer. Fucking Penn Station sucks and it's nicer than the fucking Twin Towers.
Chris, I bet if you go to Penn Station and you take 6 deep breaths, you'll die. It is not better. Like Grand Central is cool, yes. It is cool.
It's a way nicer building. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's nicer on the inside.
You are
Grand Central's
stupid beyond
exterior,
recognition.
Grand Central exterior is like, it's cooler than most things around it, but it's not the coolest building. It's like it's not even. It's fine. It looks nice inside.
What I'm saying is that the Twin Towers were ugly, and I'm glad they're gone. That's all I'm saying.
I think they're fine buildings.
I don't care how they're gone or why they're gone. I'm just glad they're gone, and what's there is way better.
I think Freedom Plaza is better.
It's way nicer.
I think Freedom Plaza is 100% better. I want to push somebody in a little fountain and see if they fucking.
What are you looking for?
I'm hoping I can find this guy that I found. Damn, I don't remember if it was 2019 or 2018 when I went to New York.
You found a guy in New York?
There was a guy.
Naked?
No,
Naked?
I wanted to show you a guy because when you mentioned about taking 6 breaths in Penn Station, I wanted to show you this guy that reminded me of that. Like it was just
Penn Station is fucking disgusting.
This fucking
dude.
filthy. This dude, I wanted to show you. Like I can't find it.
That is like one place I genuinely never was.
Oh, I
allowed
always
to
avoid
go.
it. I always
My grandma's
avoid
like, we're not going to pay. So we're
Penn
just going to
Station?
drive. We're going to drive. And we're going to go.
Penn Station and the Port Authority. I avoid those like the plague.
Port Authority. I love the post office. I think that's a really nice building, actually. I think the steps leading up to it. So you don't think the post office is nice?
I think the post office is good.
What?
It's better than the Twin Towers.
It's actually nice looking. The steps that lead up to it, the big fucking front area
Yes, it's a nice looking building.
with all the eagles.
Yeah,
What?
It's way better than two fucking ostentatiously tall
I think
fucking
they're just
rectangles.
two big rectangles. This is fine. But this is something.
I don't know, man.
I think
It
obviously
wouldn't be
the bridge.
iconic. Like Spider-Man jumping off of the Twin Towers would be so lame, you know? The fact that he dives off the Empire State Building has charisma.
I think the Empire State Building's obviously designed, and it's more of a designed building than they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like
But
a-
it's not
like what I was
bad.
saying.
To me, like the Twin Towers just reminds me of what the new buildings of like fast food restaurants are turning into.
Exactly, like it's exactly like a McDonald's post 2012.
Yeah.
like a square.
Yeah,
you know.
it's just like
Oh yeah, new McDonald's look different.
they're all
The
just
Twin Towers remind you of McDonald's, and they remind me of the 9/11.
That's fair.
What's crazy is I think I lived in the Bronx. They have like probably the coolest one in America, which is the one by Yankee Stadium.
The coolest Twin Tower.
The coolest McDonald's. The one on 60. You fucking piece of shit.
Anyway, let's
On
move on.
63rd.
Whatever. Let's move on to questions.
Let's do it. That was a good moment right there. I enjoyed that Twin Tower conversation.
That reminded me of that stupid circus tent conversation.
Well, you never seen a circus tent is crazy. That is a crazy thing.
I still haven't seen one.
That's crazy. Never seeing what circus tent is insane.
I don't think it's that crazy.
By being a traversal human being that's like not been in like one town in fucking Milwaukee their whole life, is pretty crazy.
I've traveled a lot. I've just not happened across a circus.
Have you seen a circus tent before?
I finally saw one.
Wait, how long ago was it?
This is like a year ago or something.
So he's fucking in his later 30s.
Now look, here's the thing. I just have zero memory of seeing one prior.
It's there. It's in there.
I was
he
not
can't think
a
about it.
circus person.
If we dug in his fucking brain and took his memories out and usurped his mind, he'd have several.
I mean, maybe it's just I'm thinking maybe you saw fucking ventilation tents and you thought it was a fucking circus.
That's crazy.
Maybe
He goes-
it was a few of them.
He walks by a condemned. He walks by a condemned building and he's like, "Mom, it's circus."
Circus, he just
Grandma,
runs
it's
in the
circus.
fucking building.
And a clown drug addict on the floor ODing in front of me. And I'm like, this clown's not funny.
Oh man, I can't wait to take a deep whiff of the circus air.
Circus air.
It's just fentanyl. It's just
Bro, it's fucking fent in aerosol form. It's crazy. These dudes are all fucked up. And you think it's the real circus.
I'm laughing at them die. I'm having.
I feel like it's more likely that you've seen condemned buildings with ventilation tents than you've seen as many circus tents.
I've seen probably like in my life maybe
Yeah.
like 74 circus.
You know what's
That is not true.
It's just a 34. You know what's funny? I say that I saw a circus tent, but now I just remembered it wasn't even technically a circus. It was a tent. And this was in North Las Vegas. There was a park and they put up this tent, but it was like actually orchestral shit. It wasn't even a fucking circus.
People playing orchestra
There are no
instruments
clowns?
in a tent.
Yeah, it was weird, and I was like, JoJo was like, "Let's go!" It sold out immediately, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why is it so popular?" It was weird.
Jojo was like, let's go. I'm like, I'm not going in a fucking tent.
I mean, I didn't like want to go really, but then it was actually a good thing that it was sold out.
It's a very European thing to just wander into a bespoke tent.
Yeah,
You know.
dude, we went to a sick ass candlelight string quartet thing. I know, right?
He drinks so loud.
It's like everything, and then like it's like all these sounds and shit. It's fucking asshole. But yeah, we went to a string quartet, this candlelight thing. The candles were fake, of course, because somebody would have knocked it over and caught on fire.
Of course, me.
That shit was awesome. It was fucking Hans Zimmer, all of his bangers, and then like.
You went to see 4 strings live?
Yeah, so there's these like sentient strings.
What's a string quartet?
And they sing the strings sing Hans Zimmer songs exclusively.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like it's worth the money.
It absolutely was to see strings sing.
To see something impossible, yeah, it was actually worth all the money.
I love thinking about like the olden days, like the circuses that they used to have, where it's just like, here's a lady with a beard.
Yeah.
And here's a midget.
Here's an interracial couple. And it's like, what the fuck?
Ooh, misogyny. Ooh. And they're all screaming and shit.
Look, a mixed race child.
Then it's a goblin. They're just like,
Oh, my cousin looks like that.
like,
Ladies and gentlemen, a Jew that tips well.
Some guy.
oh no fucking way!
Some guy
I'll believe it.
dies. Some guy yells so loud his mouth opens all the way. And his tongue's
Splayed open.
flapping out of his.
It's like that fucking Beetlejuice, the Beetlejuice face.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway, we got to get to questions. We're gonna forget.
Let's do it.
Scrubbing Bubbles wrote in.
hardworking
And remember, you too
Mexican.
can write in.
What did you say?
Hardworking Mexican. And it's like,
Isn't that normal?
not the stereotype is they're sleepy.
Well,
Like,
there's
the
such
Such a
sleepy
weird
one.
thing.
There's a sleepy Mexican thing, but like I think modern day I guess
mean-
back in the day it was the sleepy
I
Mexican.
guess they're the siestas.
yeah,
I
like
guess,
siesta time. It was like I
It's
remember.
just not really that
remember-
real. Also,
Did you see? This was a good bit. It was South Park where they went to the Museum of Tolerance.
yeah,
And
the
they're showing all this stuff like here's the covetous Jew. There's all these stereotypes, and then Randy Marsh rocks up. Oh, it's the sleepy Mexican,
Yeah, he was on
and then it was
break.
actually just a janitor. Oh, what time is it, man? I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I just need to take a nap. I'm so sleepy. It was so funny, dude.
I'm so sleepy.
So tired, so sleepy.
Dude, that's me now.
that was like
to me
season
these days,
3
I'm so
South Park.
sleepy.
No,
That was
what?
like season 3 of South Park. I remember that episode like it was yesterday because I had the DVD for like season 3, 4, and 5.
Was that 3?
It was between 3, 4, and 5. It was between.
I'll give it a
That
4 or
range.
5. I would give it a 5.
I know it's not season 16.
I watched that whole show with Lily because she never watched it, and when it got to I think the favorite bit of South Park is between season 7 and season 12.
Yeah.
That era of that show is nuts.
I'm sorry, Scrubbing Bubbles, by the way. We're just not going to get to your question.
Never.
Yeah, fuck you.
Never. Fuck your bubbles.
You little bitch ass, trick ass, hoe ass, trifling ass.
Yeah, you know what words come at the
You know,
end.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. Scrubbing Bubbles wrote in, as you can. If you go over to patreon.com/snarktank, you can go there, write in. We read your questions, although there's fucking 400 of them now. So,
Good job, guys.
don't know what to do about this.
Don't worry, we'll speed run 20 questions in extra ammo.
Oh,
You think we?
I think we could probably do
You
it.
think we can do 20?
Yeah, if we do it unsatisfyingly for every single person.
Yes, no,
Let's
maybe.
try it.
Funny.
Yes, no, yeah.
Let's try
For
it.
our
All right,
ex-
jot it down. Jot it down. You have to have the tally for it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to
We
forget
should
that.
remember.
How many we get to if we get to 20?
Oh, yeah, 20 is a really difficult number
Dick
to
Cheney
remember.
pupils.
No, it's like if in the time limit you fucking.
Give Dick Cheney pupils.
We think we're going to forget the amount of time that we always record extra ammo for?
It's never gonna forget the time.
I'm not. I'll if either of us forget, I will buy you a fleshlight.
Oh. Anyway, Scrum Bubbles wrote in. He says, "Hey guys, this one is of course for Sweeney, so pay attention.
Nice.
Get off your phone." On a recent episode, you stated that the Grand Concourse is the best neighborhood in the Bronx. This marks like the third time you've said it in the last couple months, and I
not
can't
true
really let that stand.
It's not true anymore.
Well, it's far from like the worst place. It's still pretty much the hood in a lot of parts. It's just a wild thing to say when the Bronx literally has neighborhoods like Riverdale, Pelham, and Kingsbridge, to name a few. I couldn't just let this misinformation stand any longer. Okay, love you, bye.
Yeah, I recently looked into because I moved from the Bronx, going on 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow, it's going on 20 years ago now. I moved when I was 12.
It's about 20 years ago for me too.
12, 13 is when I moved from the Bronx. And where I grew up, when I was there, it was close to the stadium and it wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. When you got down to like Webster Avenue, which is like maybe like 5 blocks down, that's when it started getting fucked up. As soon as you went down the stairs to Webster, going to 3rd Avenue, that's when shit started getting bad. But like I lived on the Grand Concourse. After me was like Sheridan, then Grant, and then I forgot where 53 was. That wasn't a bad area. Of course, it's New York City. People selling drugs, people getting pulled over by the cops, all that shit all that happened, but it wasn't that bad. Fordham Road is horrible now. Like, it's awful.
The Bronx has always been bad. I don't know.
So
I've always
I don't
hated the
remember.
Bronx. I hate it. I hated that my grandmother lived there. I hated that. I loved my grandmother and I loved her apartment, but I hated every time that we had to go up there and go up the 6-story walk up, and just crazy people out on the street.
You can tell what an apartment is if there's a walk up past 5. A 5th floor is supposed to be an elevator.
Some guy. I remember some guy.
It's supposed to be an elevator.
I remember some guy tweaking outside of my grandmother's house, pointing at me and calling me a harbinger. when I was like 8 or something.
8?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? It's the first time I think it was the first time a stranger had ever addressed me. You know what I mean?
It was that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's just fucking crazy. But yeah, that's fair. I don't know if I'm really all that familiar with Pelham or Riverdale or Kingsbridge, honestly.
Pelham Bay? You know Pelham Bay Park?
I'm sure I've been there.
That's going towards the zoo and everything. And
I really just remember Gun Hill, and I hated it.
Gun Hill sucks. The South Bronx sucks.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's horrible. It's like really.
I'm sure
really
the closer
bad.
you get to Yonkers, the better it is. But
I think that's over by Pelham, the 6 train. Pretty much just take the 6 train as far as you can when you get by like the zoo and all of like the nice shopping areas, and it's nice. When you go to 3rd Avenue, the other way or towards Harlem, it sucks. And that's just unfortunate because that's where I'm from.
Oh well. Shore McLovin wrote in. He says it's crazy how poor you guys were. I guess he's talking about the Jalen episode that we were talking about.
That's quick. He wrote it quick.
What's even crazier is how bad things are getting. What do you think it would be like to be that poor today? I can't even fucking.
I would. Oh my fucking god. That's like my biggest fear. Like actually,
I would have turned to. I would not let that happen again. I would simply be like, listen,
it couldn't happen.
If it was happening to all, if all of us saw like that crazy thing, I'd be just like, let's just fucking get a place again. You know what I mean? At that point, I would be like, let's just move into like let's rent a mansion, split it between all of us. We'll have more than enough space. It would. I actually remember looking into this when I was considering moving back from New York after the COVID thing, and I was like, it's actually infuriating how much cheaper it is to just rent a borderline mansion with the amount of people that, let's say like a 5-bedroom mansion has like, you have 5 tenants. It's more affordable than a 1-bedroom or like a 2-bedroom.
In every way.
Even if you split a 2-bedroom with somebody else, it's more, and it's like, that's crazy. And you have more than enough, you have more space than you normally would. Each of those rooms is like an apartment.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It is crazy, but like my recommendation to everybody, quite frankly, if you're like going out on your own, is like just like split shit for as long as possible. Like it is literally only money in your pocket to do it. Yeah, you make some sacrifices. I don't know. I've lived with people. I've lived alone. Quite frankly, like the benefits of living alone, they're cool, but like it's actually like whatever compared to like the amount of money that you would save not doing it.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was in Vegas, I still think about it every once in a while, actually. Or it's just I was living in a house with a handful of people, and yeah, you're sharing the space, but they were all chill.
Yeah,
and my rent was laughable. You know, like it was nothing.
Dude, when we got here, it was like $800.
It was crazy.
Well, for each of us, in fairness, or like something like that. It was like 7 something. It was
it was very cheap.
It was 7 something for me and Jalen.
Yeah,
not you because you didn't pay for a while.
I was fucking broke.
But which is like, dude, $800 for rent is fucking enough.
That is dude. I looked into.
That's what you're paying now.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I pay like $950.
Well, don't you pay half of 800?
Huh? I pay the main rent. I just pay rent.
Okay,
yeah. I'm not gonna make Lily pay rent. I'm like, you can focus on like saving money for us.
Yeah, 800 is nothing.
Pay rent, and that's nothing. That is like,
I don't understand that though.
What?
Like sometimes you not like whatever happens if you like say, you're. It to me it was like it just didn't seem like the person that makes less money should be saving the money to like let me do this, and then the other person doesn't even notice that the money's gone. And then like
for me, I pay the rent because of the fact that I pay for like the stuff in the house, right? So I'm like I do the gas, electric, I do the services, and then I do rent. And then Lily pays for our savings, our RAF IRA. She does for her car, and then the groceries and stuff like that. And then that's where she does, but she saves.
That's fair for you. I think that's fair for him.
A decent amount of money in like the savings.
It's fair for him considering the amount of expenses that he has is so low compared to like anybody else really doing a job like this.
Yeah, Granted, so like I don't care about paying rent. It's not a big deal because it's not hampering to me, and I usually often have money still after doing everything. But it's because of the fact simply she has all of the like saving stuff in her name. Well, not in her name, just coming out of her direct pay.
Yeah, but like
because she gets paid quite a bit more than I do. Even though we get paid pretty well.
Yeah, it just I'm like, all right, is your, because like say for example, like I think a lot of people have things where they don't, their account could never get to a certain level. It can never go lower than this threshold. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing where it's like, if someone's making this much more money, then it's like it's like, say I make more money than JoJo right now. Not by much, but enough. Sure. And so I take most of the charge of that. And because I don't want her account to get to a level to where it's like it's too fucking low. And I feel like that puts you in jeopardy of like your account being too low sometimes.
I mean, I guess it does, but I usually I don't know the last time I've needed
this
money.
This is what I'm saying. You have a cash cow in your girlfriend. Milk her dry, son.
Do you think my living situation right now isn't me doing that?
I just want you to look at your bank account and just see way too many zeros and laugh. That's all. And then that's all I'm getting at. Just be like, oh, this is great. Like,
that would be nice.
Just take all that money from her.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing if
because I'm like, because look, here's the thing, man. I think she's planning on fucking your ass and be like, oh, this is our money. And then something happens, you know, your dick gets cut off, and she's like, you're no longer useful to me. Yeah. And then she takes off with all that money.
I'm on everything.
It don't matter.
I'm on everything. I've worried my way in everything.
Oh no, you're on everything now. But then once your dick gets cut off.
That's
right?
true.
Once you lose your dick.
Oh, she's on fire then. She's gonna be like, I don't want to do something. I'm like, oh, that's crazy how you just set on fire, and it's just gonna burst into flame.
Pretending like it's just happened is crazy. Like just pretending like, oh, it's crazy how you're about to be set aflame.
It's insane, dude. Whoa,
it's so crazy.
I heard somebody named Lily just burned to death. That's why.
She goes, "Ke?" Anyway, Mixed Fruit wrote in. He says, "Hey, Nostalgia Critical and Cara and Spoonie. Been listening since Zach called Chris out for gunning down Progeria. This has never happened. And I finally decided to give you money. Anyways, my question is, why does Sweeney always claim to be a good person? Yeah. Even though he tries to lie and say he's a good person, he always proves himself wrong almost immediately. Also, Derek, you're gay. Now, here's the thing.
That's fair.
You selling a broken Nintendo Wii U is pretty egregious.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, that's so light. That's so.
I know that's light.
That's so light.
But I think you're proving gentleman's point.
Yeah, dude. Whatever, man. I actively try nowadays to be a better person than I was previously. Yeah. It's not an immediate transformation. It's a process.
It's a losing battle most of the time.
I'm trying. It's not easy. I'm trying. It's really not easy, dude. I've done bad things, man. And I keep doing them. I
keep doing them. I'm trying.
Come Ichiwa wrote in.
That's cool.
He says, "Hey, fellers, one of my favorite artists, Jack Stauber." Oh, I love Jack Stauber. Has a song called "I Love You, Vern Troyer." While not my favorite song of his, it has me thinking of you guys. If you could make a song dedicated to an actor or celebrity, who would it be? I mean, brother, come on.
Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
No, Keith David. What do you...
Oh, I thought...
it would be...
if we were collaborative? Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be Keith David.
Okay.
Mine personally would be Willem Dafoe. It's not a bad choice. It'd be a sea shanty inspired by The Lighthouse. I still haven't seen The Lighthouse. I heard he comes in it.
Yeah, I think you see come... I saw his balls.
Oh, really? Where?
In another movie with Emma Stone.
He shows his...
It's crazy if you were like, I saw his balls. I haven't seen any of his movies.
I've seen his dick before in The Northman.
You just saw him walking around.
Right.
He was walking around and you're like, hey, Willem, can I see your balls? Sure.
I saw his dick in the behind the scenes of Spider-Man 1 because I used AI to expand the frame beyond what was available to see on the day, and we don't know.
I used AI to fabricate his penis.
No, that's the thing. It's like this is actually an AI that actually doesn't fabricate. It actually peers into the past, and actually does fill in the blanks with what was actually there and what we don't. Cool. One of the facts about Spider-Man 1 that we don't know.
So it's the Vex, pretty much.
Sure, whatever. What a lot of people don't know is that just out of frame in nearly every shot, even in some of the shots that Willem Dafoe is in.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe can be seen jerking off violently just out of frame.
Now, is he...
Yes.
Great.
Go to to the next question, please.
No, but dude, it'd be Keith David. Keith David would obviously be the person. I don't know what kind of genre it would be though.
It'd be a ballad. It'd be a ballad. And from it's different.
I can't write ballads.
I can't write ballads either.
It'd be fine. We'll figure it out. But
I will be honest. I had the beginning. It's actually in my head right now. So when I was writing, I wrote this Kratos power metal song. Mm-hmm. And after that, I was in the mood to write another one, and I have the beginning of a song called "Hail Keith David."
Oh,
and so all I have though is just the "Hail Keith David" part, and it's just a little concept. So I don't know, maybe that's something that
there it is.
Expound upon.
Speaking of God of War, did you see the round table they did for the 20th anniversary where it was
the one that I couldn't fucking get into because I sold out
you were
seconds.
there. Yeah, you were there actually. That's crazy.
Yeah, it sold out.
It was
seconds.
really interesting seeing all of them talk to each other. Seeing TJ Carson, is the name? TC Carson. How old he is now? I did not remember.
He was fucking he was older.
He was like 50 when he did the fucking voice.
Yeah, he wasn't 50. But
he was.
I'm exaggerating.
He was in his late 30s.
He was much older because when he was when I first knew him from what was it, Living Single?
Yeah.
He was older, He wasn't like a young cat. He wasn't like, oh, I'm newly fresh onto the acting scene. He was a little bit older.
Yeah, I remember him from the last season of The Honeymooners.
There's not a single black person in that show.
He was the last.
You know why?
Because it got canceled as soon as he showed up.
He showed up and immediately the audience was like, not the direction I would like this to go.
I watched.
Not that I have any problem with those people.
Not that I have a problem with those people. At least this one's thin. But I don't know.
The Honeymooners, every New Year's, Channel 11 would play Honeymooners all day fucking long.
I've never seen I've never seen a minute of that show.
Yeah, because you were not raised by a relic. That's why. My grandma's from a bygone era, so I would watch Honeymooners, and I was like, this show is crazy because he's threatening to beat his wife all the time.
That's the main joke.
That's the only thing that I know about it.
Bang,
really.
zoom,
straight to the fucking moon. Son.
I love that. That's the legacy of the show. Is that his wife will be threatened. Don't worry.
It's like Sanford and Son. You got dude's always gonna fake a heart attack. There's certain beats. George Jefferson, he's gonna
be cheap and dance.
Yeah, he's gonna dance.
Sanford and Son is a show.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a store.
Maybe.
Well, I think PC Richards'
son.
No. yeah.
Stupid. PC Richards.
So Honeymooners was just him beating the piss out of his wife every episode.
He would just tell his friends hey, I'm gonna beat this bitch, and they made a fucking movie about it where it was Cedric the Entertainer and Mike Epps. Remember?
They did that.
It was Honeymoon with Cedric and Mike Epps.
Are you fucking serious?
I swear to God. And the folks that liked Honeymooners really did not like that movie.
That's ballsy.
I am. Imagine so.
What's the name of the guy? That's the guy that was in Romeo and Juliet. The Latino
Shakespeare?
Dude.
I don't know.
The Latino dude from the Romeo and Juliet remake.
The Latino? I don't know. Fucking Luis Guzman is the only
not Luis Guzman.
The only fucking Latino I know.
Oh, you mean John Leguizamo?
Yeah, John Leguizamo. He was in it too.
Of course he was. He's in everything.
He's a prolific actor, actually. He's acted a lot.
Everything.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember how I was complaining about?
Dude, he played the dog in The Last of Us 2. Did you know that?
That's actually a true statement.
He voiced the dog.
Speaking of The Last of Us,
you're lying about that.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
One of the last times we mentioned him, I was complaining about how he's in fucking everything.
Sure,
and I was kind of exaggerating, of course. I was being facetious a little bit. Or I mean, not facetious, but just being stupid. And I saw the Equalizer last year for the first time. I was like, that was a fun action thriller. And finally, Equalizer 2 now is streaming. I can see it again, or it's available again.
Sure.
And I watched it. Guess who's in the movie?
Hey man, he's a working actor.
I was like, Jesus Christ,
he's having his year, man.
Everywhere. And then he's of course, because I like that he likes to diversify his role because he was a villain in this one.
Yeah,
but you didn't know right away, and so you find out he's the one. He's like, I am the one who killed your best friend. I am Joel Miller. And then I was like, oh, Joel. I am the Hispanic Equalizer. And I was like, oh shit, this is crazy.
That's nuts.
Dude, that movie was fucking actually kind of fun. There's a guy named Miles who's like the troubled youth. There was like a troubled youth in the first movie. the chick that played Hit Girl in the live action Kick-Ass.
Oh.
I forget her name. Something with a C.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Grace Moretz.
I know
think.
Chloe that. So yeah, that.
Yeah.
So she's the troubled prostitute, the troubled youth, right? And he saves her. Like, I'm gonna equalize everybody. I'm fucking.
I'm gonna equalize 1 + 1.
What does he
equals
do?
2.
What does the equalizer
I'm gonna
do?
equalize, he equalizes people.
What does that mean?
So okay, look, he is a former.
Your audio is peaking.
He equalizes everything. He sees a drink and he's like, oh shit, he needs to fucking make it exactly the same on every table.
He's just
freaking out. He's
He's just profoundly autistic at that point. It's not even like a
he
power.
actually does have OCD in the movie.
Oh, so it's like Monk kind of.
He's not on that level,
Right.
But yeah,
Monk is
Adrian Monk. I forgot about that. Monk was actually a good show.
Monk is so autistic it's frightening. Actually, like
He is autistic. He has Tourette's, autism. He has OCD. He has everything.
Monk is so autistic that he could actually have been Agent 47.
Do you think if somebody?
He actually done it.
Do you think if he's got so many idiosyncrasies in that show?
Yeah.
That show's over, right? Like they're not.
I
making
imagine
It's been
so.
over for like 15
I saw
years,
it just like
maybe.
there was a
I know.
marathon of Monk, and I watched like a bunch of episodes. Like, this is a good
It just
fucking
feels
show.
like one of those shows. Like when you watch a single episode, like if you don't know anything else about it, it does come across as one of those like NCIS kind of shows where it's like this might still be happening. Like I don't know.
That's one of those like basic television 7 to 9 o'clock. Like, oh, this is just on.
That's Tony Shalhoub, right? Isn't that show?
I didn't
think
know
that's
his
his
name.
I don't know
That
that
sounds right though, just by his face.
Or is it Columbo that I'm thinking of?
Columbo
No,
Monk?
that's not Columbo. No, that's not the Columbo. I don't think that's the actor's name.
Whatever.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say.
None of this matters.
Mr. Equalizer.
Yeah.
He's a former assassin for the government. And in Denzel Washington, he's Mr. Equalizer.
Oh.
And Mr. Equalizer equalizes stuff.
I don't get it though. Does he just kill people? Like, what's his
so
thing?
here's the thing. Like, so he used to be former assassin. Now he's trying to live an honest and just normal life.
Classic
But then
setup.
he gets pulled back into it, but in a righteous way. So the first, the plot, 2-second plot, is prostitute in Russian gang. She and her friends are in trouble, so he equalizes a bunch of the Russian people.
Stop saying equalize and say murder.
His name is John Equalizer.
That's his real
There's
name
no
in
way
movies? No, right? No, right?
His name's Robert McCall.
Robert McCall Equalizer.
He's Robert McCall Equalizer. So he equalizes stuff, and then he equalized the mob, and then she was safe. Everything's fine. So Troubled Youth. Second movie.
Goes to Europe.
No, that's the third one. So the second one, Troubled Youth. He's still in Massachusetts. He's still in the same area. So Troubled Youth. Miles. He's like, oh, he's gonna be in a gang. But he's a painter. He's an artist. So he tries to like save him by occupying him with some jobs and painting and stuff. And then his
That's
best
that little
friend.
Latino black kid, right? That he's like, hey, I can do
It's just a black kid. Just a black kid. He's not a Latino.
I'm thinking of another one. I'm probably
Yeah,
thinking
he's just a regular black kid.
You're just literally he's hearing this and he's just like, was that me?
Is it
Was
Miles?
that Equalizing?
Is it Miles Morales?
Was
No,
that
it's just
Equ-
regular
no,
Miles.
it's, 'cause I
Just a guy
remember-
named Miles.
I remember it might not be up there. I think it's Samuel L. Jackson in what you
not
call
even
it.
close.
Ignore him.
No, in the movie, the basketball movie. I forgot what it was called.
Carter or something.
Coach
Is that
Carter.
one? Is it that one? Coach Carter?
Yeah, that movie is so fucking funny.
I don't know. Man.
I never
Keep
watched
going.
that one because there's so many. They're all the same tropes.
It's insane. Oh,
Okay, so Mr. Equalizer tries to help Miles, right? And then there's Hispanic Equalizer in
Pedro Pascal?
Pedro Pascal that they're friends. They're all friends. Ex in the same job. He kills Denzel Equalizer's best friend.
so he equalizes his other friend.
And so he's like, I'm going to equalize you. He's like, Robert McCall's like, I'm going to equalize you, Pedro Pascal or Joel Miller. And so
Or Joel Miller.
there's going to be, there's a showdown about to take place. And this is the crazy thing about this fucking movie. Because the movie was completely fine. That guy, Miles, is painting Mr. Equalizer's kitchen. He's painting it for a job. And Mr. Equalizer knows Pedro Equalizer is coming to try to kill him. Doesn't warn the kid Miles at all. Fucking all of a sudden Miles calls him being like, hey, there's some dudes coming. What the fuck's going on? And he's like,
He goes, oh yeah.
it was almost
I forgot
that.
to tell you.
That dude, it was I rewound because I'm like, wait, did I miss something?
Fucking
what did he tell him?
I forgot to tell you. Equalizio or whatever the fuck is.
Equalizio.
Equalicioso is fucking on his way over there to kill you.
Equalicioso
Whoops.
shows up. You know, there's this suspense. I understand why they didn't warn him so they can have a cool suspense scene.
Yeah.
Go hide in this fucking trap closet or whatever. But I was just
So you
like,
don't equalize. Go hide.
nigga, why did you not say nothing? You said anyway. Kid gets kidnapped by Equalizio. What's his name again?
I don't know.
El Equestio.
I should know this. I'm the one that saw it. Mr. Equalizio. So it kidnaps him, puts him in the trunk, and there's a final showdown. And the kid gets shot in the fucking leg. You know, that's and then Equalicioso gets equalized.
Yeah, he
eventually.
equalizes, yeah.
Him and his goons. And that kid is so unbothered by the whole situation. He's just like, who are you, man? And I'm like, are you not extremely upset that you
No, you know what it is?
about this situation?
No, he opens the trunk and he sees him and he finds out that he's been cut in half vertically. And so he looks like an equal sign.
So and he was like, thank goodness I didn't have to do this myself.
Yeah, thank you. You've been equalized.
You've been equalized, sir. And then the credits.
Yeah. And then the post-credits scene comes on and I don't know, it's Mr. Subtracto or something. I don't know. Let's move on to another thing.
Mr.
Hold on.
Minus.
We didn't get to the third one yet.
Mr. Minus is pretty good.
The third one, nothing happens. It's just takes place in Italy, and there's no, for Mr. Equalizer, there's no conflict. It's crazy.
Wait, is that a real movie? The third Equalizer?
Yeah, there's a third one, so I saw it because I had to finish it.
Three Equalizer?
And I'm thinking, yeah, so three, dude, that's sick.
Oh, dude. Some
So
guy in a
I'm
marketing
thinking-
meeting's fucking coming right now. You gotta remake Equalizer.
We gotta
3.
remake it. Dude, I'm thinking because
He's hunched
they
over
said it
his
was the
desk.
final chapter, so I'm like, okay, so he's probably gonna die or something. That's great. You know, like he literally there was for his character zero conflict. I've never seen an action thriller where there was no pushback on the main protagonist.
Right.
Like where there's even like, oh, something is he gonna make it out of this? He was flawless.
Dude, he plays the lotto. And the whole movie is him slowly scratching the numbers off. And then
Yeah.
at the end, you find out that he lost. And he goes, oh.
I guess I'm not equal anymore. And then he just walked into the scene.
The credits. I don't know why I use James Bond music.
He was James Bond the whole time. He just
Yeah.
no. His alias was Equalizer.
So stupid.
Actually, it's not Equalizer. It's Bond.
Equalization bond.
Equal 00 Bond.
00 Bond.
Equalizer.
You find out that he's just fucking demented.
And nothing actually happened.
He was actually in a he's in a straitjacket in the fucking padded.
So he actually got shot in the head in the first movie, and this is all his dying brain neuron being fired off.
It's just like
This is him
it
dying.
seems like days, but it's just fucking seconds.
And he's just laying there twitching at his fucking
Congratulations, nothing mattered ever. Thank you for investing in
The
our
fucking
franchise.
director.
Yeah.
He comes out like Wes Anderson or some shit. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Your payoff is nothing. You
would've
get
been
nothing.
sick as-
It's just a clip of what is it?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. I don't know why I forgot.
I forgot too.
Gene Wilder going, you get nothing. And then
lose.
he smash cuts the credits. It's not even a scroll credits. It's just like all the credits in like one frame, but it's like mega small. So everybody fits. So you have to squint. It's like 3 seconds. You're like, hey.
Then you see the fucking director put a shotgun in his mouth and fucking goes all the way down. And then shoots himself in the back, and it goes through where his tailbone is blows out.
That's great. He gets the whole shotgun in his mouth, even the handle, and pulls the trigger with his tongue.
You know how many pounds of pressure that is? His tongue just does it
That's
easily.
tough, dude.
It's a tough guy. That's one tough
Greatest movie
motherfucker
of all time.
God bless
Fuck, I
him.
love Equalizer 3.
The 3 Equalizer. Excuse me.
I love the Equalizer video game. You ever play those?
This
yeah.
Math Blaster.
Like fucking Take Two.
Yeah, yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar's Equalizer franchise. Hit video game series. Third-person action adventure.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's real cool. It's almost as good as Wanted.
It's I can't believe there was one Wanted 2 and Thwanted.
Thwanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you know what I bet
Once
actually? I bet the
3.
cast for that movie probably was too expensive.
That's a good
Because that was a
point.
pretty stacked cast, actually. 'Cause
There
it was like
was.
Angelina Jolie and like James
Especially
McAvoy, I think.
right after
James
that, too.
McAvoy,
Because right
fucking,
after that, they became like really famous.
God. What's his
Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
Morgan Freeman. I bet that's the only reason they were like, we could make another one, but like, we're not going to get these people back.
Yeah.
Like, they probably made a lot of money, but like, not enough to justify paying those people again.
Probably.
You know?
I mean, the funny thing is, I could see that movie with anybody else. Well, maybe just pay James McAvoy. It would have been cool if he came back. But like,
I think he's a
I
great
like where he
actor.
smashed Star-Lord with a fucking keyboard.
He
You remember
did,
that?
yeah. That was still heavy too.
Yeah, he just fucking was leaving.
He was still
was
heavy,
smashing his
and it said
face.
"fuck you" with the keys into his teeth.
I was like, no.
All right. Let's read this guy. The Harmacist wrote in.
The Harmacist?
Yeah. And he says, greetings, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. The Neapolitan ice cream of racism.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh. I've been thinking recently about dating and how it's different between people and countries. My observations have been that in the UK, dating doesn't really happen all too often, and relationships just sort of happen through long friendships that turn into more. My question is, what are your guys' methods of getting into relationships? Is it the typical ask them out on a coffee date, go to a bar, chill in a park, or do relationships just come vicariously? Vicarious, I don't know if that's the right word, through talking to someone new as part of group of friends, for example. Thanks a bunch, lads. Sorry if the question is worded like a spastic. Don't worry. It was, but don't worry.
I usually just go up to a girl and say, hey, you have a nice pussy.
Oh.
And then
I can see your pussy through your clothes.
Yeah.
I can also smell it. It smells as if it's similar to strawberries. I'd like to eat that.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
you await the response.
And then she perpetrates you, but doesn't work anymore. Bareness doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm fucking stronger than her. I take the fucking pepper spray and I drink it.
Wow, that's very shocking.
Thanks for the beverage, bitch. So we fucking or not.
calling them like bitch and dumb cunts it's very endearing to them.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Well, we answered the question.
Hey,
Listen here, slut.
hey,
All right?
come here, bitch. I'm gonna holler at you.
Come here, bitch.
Come here, bitch.
Anyone that says that is girls, ladies, men, and everyone else in between are run away from that person.
Look.
That says "come here, bitch."
Look, real answer. Real answer. So it just there's varying degrees, right? If it's like you know someone for a long time, I think that's the easiest fucking thing because then you can just be very casual about it. Like, hey man, you want to hang out sometime? You know, go get some coffee. You want to do that or come over, whatever. And it'll probably lead to, are you asking me out? Is this a date or some shit? You know, some little dumb thing right there. And then you kind of just the anonymously connecting with people. That's the shit that is shifted. That's the thing that's like a little different because I don't know how cool it is to just walk up and ask people shit anymore.
Yeah, it does feel, and not even in like a Me Too way, although that is kind of part of it somewhat. You don't want to like necessarily like intrude on people's like nights out or whatever. But there's also even just like, I know me personally. Like if I'm just out with my friends, I really don't want to be bothered at all.
Yeah, that's a thing, and that was the medium back in the day. That is what you did. Yeah, because there literally was no other way to.
Yeah, it was either that or you had a position of power and you Harvey Weinstein some people.
You did some wild shit.
That's the only way that people got together back in the day. It was either anonymously through complete random happenstance or deeply unethical.
Yeah,
it's the only ways it used to happen.
Like the easiest way for me back in the day was, well, I guess it's not even about easy. It's just what was done. We, me and some of my friends, we'd be out like in an amusement park or whatever the fuck. And a lot of times there would be girls out there in the same mode where we're out with our friends. And if we happen to run into some cool people, you know, then maybe we can hang out together. We could all kind of meet up and then exchange numbers later and maybe see if it blossoms into something. But like I said, that's so... Oh, okay. It's
Kingston made a little drawing.
It's kind of like Doodle Bob almost with the dick.
He made a little fucking drawing. Look at that. It's a little square thing under there. Look at him.
Is he bussing?
He's got a little pee-pee. I see you drew eyelashes on my Dick Cheney.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Got eyelashes and
He's
I think
beautiful.
he's got like coke or something. I don't know.
Bleeding out his nose a little
Oh, he's
bit.
bleeding. That's what that was.
A little
Okay.
bit.
Can
Yeah,
tell.
I don't know, man.
So pretty, he's bleeding.
I've met people in kind of a lot of different, like I've dated people that I just met through just apps or whatever, or just through online or just through friends. I've also just ended up dating people that like were my friends for a while and then something happened. I think generally, in my experience, I don't think this is going to be most people's experience, but like I prefer meeting people as friends first, because at least like if things don't work out, there's like a foundation there where it's like, oh well, now I know I didn't just like make some stupid mistake for no reason, or it's just like, oh, I just had like a hunch or something, which is like a lot of, you know, anonymous or like app stuff. It's just like, oh, I like your photo, oh, you know. I like to like the people in advance of being like, okay, like this is a good friend. How does this work elsewhere?
I think that's
Sometimes it works, sometimes it
I
doesn't.
think that's the preferable way that
Preferential,
anyone
yeah.
would probably like to do it that way
Yeah.
if they can.
Yeah, sometimes it gets too fucked
Nah, just
up
be
and then
single.
you can't be friends anymore. But like I genuinely have not had that problem.
Yeah,
Just be
that could
single.
be a problem.
Just be single, man.
That could be a problem.
That's my
right?
thing. Be single.
Yeah, just be
Enjoy-
single.
Enjoy your space by yourself. Yeah, get used
I think
to-
honestly, like I think people look at relationships now as like a money saving thing. To be honest, I know it's expensive to have like a partner, but like it's more like, you want to pay half of this rent? I think that's kind of what a lot of people are looking at now.
Just
Yeah.
be single.
I think,
I'll stand by it.
I would never. I don't know why he would say that, and while he's not single, you know. So I wouldn't listen.
Oh, I'm
to,
not
I
a fucking
wouldn't-
loser. I'm
I
not a
wouldn't
loser.
listen.
I'm a loser. But,
I'm not a loser, but be single.
no, I joke partially. I think it just matters the dynamic how you go about it. Some people are very social, so they can go to like bar situations. But I think a lot of people when they're out, they don't want to be talked to in that way. So I think it's best to find somebody in a create a space where you
What's weird?
are fine with the person around them,
Yeah.
and then try to pursue it from there. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I know so many people that like people and they just didn't like them back for like a long time, and it's just like, I don't.
You know what's crazy though to me is that like there's a lot of places that used to be the place where you go, like clubs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Look, I got to be real.
No.
I don't understand why people. I can't fathom why people who are not single go to clubs.
I say the same shit all the time.
I think it's really fucking stupid and annoying because it's like this is like that third space that people talk about, right? It's like the only thing left that like kind of gets the point across, where it's just like, hey, look, I'm here.
You want to meet people.
Yeah,
for
you want to
sure.
meet people, and then like it's like the girls' night,
Yeah.
and it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what do you do? Like,
I want to go out with my girls and dance.
It's definitely like now if you're one of those club goers, because I went a little bit back in the day. Not my style. Music's too fucking loud. I can't hear anybody. I hate shit like that personally.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at a show, I'm expecting that because I'm here to listen to the fucking artist.
Sure.
But if I'm here to mingle with people and the shit's too fucking loud.
why are you looking me in the eye?
Yeah. I see. He was drawing a swastika.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
No,
This guy.
not anymore.
Is it you doing that again, man?
It's,
I haven't drawn a swastika ever, actually, because I'm not good at doing the design.
this guy said ever. I don't believe that even.
I don't believe
No,
that
I've
either.
never drawn one. I'm just not good at the design. That's it. I would have tried to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm not. It's not.
How do you know you're not good at the design?
Because
Exactly.
I've tried to. I haven't drawn it.
I don't
failed.
even. I don't. It's not hard. I don't understand.
You guys think I'm above doing shit like that? It's crazy. I
don't-
watch Bleach. That's my fucking scapegoat.
I don't
I'm drawing
understand-
Ichigo Zanpakuto.
It's just I don't. You just look at left to right, down, left to right, and then do it the other way.
Are you just stealing?
Oh damn, that's way too easy.
You just-
I didn't like that.
I mean, it's.
I didn't
it's,
like that.
I mean,
It's
that was the
fucking-
most fucked up. That's a terrible looking.
It was. It
one.
was a really bad one.
But I got the point across.
How
I'm
is
not
your
gonna do it
skin
again.
that fucking? What is wrong with your skin that it smudges the ink like that?
It's oily.
Yeah, my skin's so oily.
That is crazy, dude.
That's how my skin stays so luxurious and shiny.
How is it that oily?
That's how it stays so luxurious
What are you
and
a?
shiny.
What are you, a fucking whale?
It's so fucking. It keeps being shiny, dude.
I'm gonna get that fuck. I'm gonna sell his juices.
I'm gonna sell.
We're gonna put Kingston in a hydraulic press,
and squeeze out all my juice.
sell all his oil, and sell it to shampoo
That's why my
companies.
skin. I try
go.
to get my skin. I have eczema, so I try to get my skin really what's it called moist.
You don't have eczema.
Yes, I do.
Where?
Oh, I wanted to talk about
Here's
this.
the dots on my skin, literally.
Nigga, I don't see no eczema.
I literally have eczema.
This guy's silky smooth. He's a lying ass.
No, I've seen it. I know his arms have gone through hell.
I make sure I keep my arms like lathered, but I do have eczema. Like up here, you can see.
Remember when your arms were leaking?
Look. You can see the fucking damage done to my skin over
Nigga,
here.
this looks like.
Let me see.
That just looks like.
Don't touch me, bro.
That looks like vitiligo. That's all it looks like to me, dude.
If Sween,
White.
what? If Sween locked in, he'd look like the Max wrote in.
The Max?
Yeah, this is a comic book character that we looked it up on the show before. It's crazy. It's a crazy looking thing.
Remember?
Nick showed me the Mac.
Yeah.
But he says, or she, I have no idea. Have you guys heard of that guy, the Crooked Man, on TikTok? Have you seen this guy?
I don't know.
I'll explain it in a second. He's been documenting training only one trap. And even though he's only been at it a little over 100 days, he's looking kind of fucky. Also, side note, I urge you guys to look this guy up while we're having this conversation.
What's his name again?
The Crooked Man.
I'm pretty sure that's an SCP or some shit like that.
But look up Crooked Man TikTok, I guess.
Okay.
Because like otherwise you'll get like, I don't know, like some fucking horror story written by a 14-year-old on fucking Wattpad or something.
Yeah.
But also, side note, I want to thank Kingston because his weird ritual of drinking chia seed water inspired me to start taking my health seriously, and I dropped 20 pounds since the start of March.
Good shit.
Great job. Now, what he doesn't tell us is that he's 80 pounds. So it's actually really unhealthy for him to keep doing this.
Is he throwing up? You think
He was 80 pounds when he started, by the way, so he's
sick.
60 pounds now.
That's good.
He's 60 pounds and 5'9". Are you looking at the guy, the Crooked
What's
Man?
wrong with people, dude? His eyelids flipped.
Inverted?
Oh, I didn't see. I've seen that happen before, but I didn't see it now. Did that happen?
It frightened me, dude. It frightened me. It stun locked me for a second. I was like, what did I just see?
I remember when I first saw him do that, and it scared me.
I've never seen. That's crazy. It's like Super Undertaker. It's like,
Oh man, I hope I cut the camera in time. I hope that was.
I hope he got. We'll see. We'll see.
What the fuck?
What is wrong with like? Why do people? It's like every time I see shit like this, I'm like, this guy's vote counts just as much as ours. You know?
I like when they do they do the cut mirror shot because it kind of looks like. Yeah, so look up the Crooked Man on TikTok.
This guy,
Look at the Crooked Man on TikTok. You'll see this guy. He's been working out one of his trap muscles for a while.
Oh, he's the Crooked Mon.
Oh, it is. I read that incorrectly.
Is he Jamaican?
Maybe he's from the Bahamas.
I think it's more likely that the Crooked Man is probably already taken. You know, I think that's probably more likely.
This is so ridiculous.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that. That's been all over my feed. This fucking. He reminds me of what is it? This is like the third missing member of long neck and wide neck.
And wide neck.
Yeah,
Crooked neck.
Crook neck.
Crooked neck.
He reminds me of a jockey.
Isn't one of those guys like a pedophile or something, like or like a murderer or something? Like what? I feel like one of those guys got in trouble. Yeah.
I mean, maybe the guy that was out of prison. Maybe.
Which one was that? Was that wide neck?
Wide neck.
Amazing how I guessed immediately. It couldn't have been long neck. Long neck would die in prison.
Yeah, long neck. I don't remember.
Yeah, I've seen it, Kingston.
That is so grotesque.
He's the Crooked Man.
Why?
He kind of looks like he's always peeking. You know what I mean?
He looks like a half a cobra.
Dude, that fan art.
He looks like a cobra leaning out of a basket.
Look at that.
That's pretty epic, actually. Anyway, yeah. So
humanity's so fucking dusty.
I just say, I'm just like, this guy. He looks British though. Maybe, hopefully,
he probably has some sort of fucking problem with his arms aside or something like that. And
if he's not British, his family is from Europe.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
like no question.
Absolutely.
There's not much pickings, in there.
Oh, let me see. He's talking.
Because people keep commenting, you're so chopped. And I get that, because I'm the number one most minimizer on the app. It's like my entire brand. But I can open your guys' accounts too, and I can tell you guys should really be saying, we are so chopped. As in, me and you are chopped. But really, I'm just talking to the dude that's watching this in the black shirt right now. You're extra chopped. I feel like this is the next thing.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Very encouraging, I guess.
Anyway,
we are chopped. People are using, so they chopped is now a saying.
It's been saying for a long time.
I've heard that a long time ago.
Who? It ain't in the workout industry.
It might be a Beast Coast.
I mean,
something.
It ain't in the workout industry. I'm just telling you that much. Nobody I know says chopped.
I've
Chopped
definitely
means
heard
like you're
chopped,
done, finished. Like
You're finished, yeah.
I remember hearing that a lot growing up.
Yeah.
But like,
Definitely.
But it's finished as in like
You're
say
cooked. Like you're cooked, you're chopped.
like you're cooked, you're chopped.
right. But is that what he was referring to? when
Yeah.
he was talking about
Probably,
this?
yeah.
But I guess like he's fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, that makes. I thought it was being used in a positive way.
No.
No. You're old. You're old.
Yes, I
You're
am.
real like, oh, I thought I meant like good.
Well, because like if somebody said chopped in the context of like, oh man, I'm fucking chopped. Like if something bad happened to him, I would understand immediately.
Right.
But since I thought he was doing
It is
encouraging.
I will say that word is happening a lot more often now in places that I didn't normally see it.
I'm hearing
So I
people
do-
that don't talk that say chopped. And I'm like,
Yeah, and I thought like, okay, I guess. I mean, it's not surprising necessarily. I think like big mega cities are kind of the hub worlds for a lot of that slang that eventually gets out.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of LA slang
you're
too that kind
fucking
of
chopped.
that
You're
makes its way out.
I like
everywhere
cooked.
else.
I think cooked is so funny.
Well, cooked just works
I'm
perfectly.
fucking cooked,
It's a
man.
perfect representation. Like you're done. You're cooked. Like
Cooked.
it completely
You're
makes
finished.
sense.
You're ready. You're
Mother's
fit for consumption and nothing else.
I like that famous clip of that boxer where he was
getting
like,
cooked
"I'm
out
getting
here."
cooked."
Cooked out here.
The context of that is him. He was gambling and he was fucking losing a lot of money.
Dude, the way people, I've never been, I'm about to lie to my face. I play card games. Of course I fucking gamble. I open packs.
You open pack? Oh shit!
But
Hey, you're a gambler. You don't you
I
just put like a soft nerd filter over it.
Yeah. I tried to like, I was gonna say that and I was like, wait a minute. I do the same thing. But gambling like proper money is different to me. I can't do that.
It feels stupider.
But it feels so good when you win, apparently. Like
It
it's probably
can.
exhilarating.
It
Like
can.
like taking $1 million from a fucking casino probably feels insane.
Yeah, if you have money to
They're
spend,
so mad.
I'm not a gambler.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I just don't have that much expendable cash to where.
Yeah.
like because if you're a person that's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the casino with like $200, well, I'm like,
Do you gamble?
maybe you can win some, but
Do you gamble in other? Like you vicariously gamble?
no. The closest I did
was lives.
My version of gambling is I get a text message and I don't respond to it immediately, and see how long before that damages the relationship.
Oh,
What is wrong
That's-
with
I
you?
mean, that's
What
just-
is wrong. You're like such.
that's just real life. I'd probably.
You're like
Let's see what I got.
such an emotionally distraught dog. You're like,
What do you
you're
mean?
Like, you're like if Tom and Jerry, instead of like running around attacking each other, they just worried a bunch. You know,
That is accurate.
They
Yeah,
just decided to worry.
That is not an inaccurate. I don't do it on purpose. I literally sometimes I will get a message and I'll say it and I'll think about what to say, and then a notification will pop up and then it's gone.
get distracted.
Then I'm like, oh, what's that? And then
I've definitely
it's
gotten
immediately
messages
gone.
I've been too anxious to respond to, and I'm like, I can't respond to this, and I just let it be.
Yeah.
I just too much. There's just too much going on. So my brain immediately, it's like an option paralysis type thing. My brain's like, eh.
Yeah,
When I came to him for like a serious problem that I was having, and he was like, "That's crazy."
I don't know what to say. I was like, man, that's
crazy.
wild, dude. I didn't kick you out. I was still like,
No,
present.
I know. It was just funny.
I'm so bad at.
I'm not angry about it. It's just it was very
I'm
funny.
really bad at dealing with emotions. It's
Whoa, no way.
Shut up, dude. I'm like, oh man, that's wild, bro. Because whenever I'm distraught, I just bottle it up. You know, like everyone does.
And then it pops out one day.
Nah, dude, it hasn't popped out yet.
So I walked in on you crying before. Shut up.
Yeah, about like dumb shit.
That's exactly what he sounded like too. A stupid seal. Like a.
I did that too.
Crying so much.
You sounded like a
Crying to the point I was transforming into a seal proper. The claps were changing my chemistry in
Nigga's
my head.
bouncing a fucking ball in his nose.
You were squealing like a seal that was airdropped into the desert.
Poor dudes. They're really cute.
Seals?
Yeah, they're
Seals
cool.
are
Of
really
course.
cute. They're really cute.
They're guys.
They're like dogs.
Yeah.
They're like aqua dogs, yeah.
There's a.
Yeah.
I have a. I don't know what I was watching, but there was. I don't know why, but I feel like I was there, but I have not been to the beach recently. But I have this like memory of there being a seal chilling in between 4 traffic cones on the beach. Like there's people put cones and it was like a designated area for like the seal to just chill, I guess.
This is a Death Stranding cutscene happening.
Dude, I can't figure out what the fuck this memory is. They're like, it couldn't have been me. I haven't been to the beach since last year.
You just have like a vivid dream?
I can't figure. I don't know.
I want a seal really bad.
No, you don't.
I know. I have the idea of really wanting one. I have the urge to own them, but I can't take care of that.
I just want a dog. I just want a dog already. One of my friends, she was offering some puppies.
What kind are they?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what kind. They look like pit bull puppies, but they weren't pit bulls.
Oh, Staffies, maybe?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
And I was just like, damn, like I just don't want my apartment doesn't let people, the only people grandfathered with pets, and so new tenants, they're like, don't bring pets in. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with the prospect of the dog barking, and I just don't want to get into
they're so
that shit.
expensive too, man.
Yeah, so
like the second you're just like, you gotta get it, you gotta give it a COVID vaccine, and you gotta,
COVID vaccine.
You gotta initially getting a dog is mad expensive.
Yeah,
like the first getting a dog is like
getting it inoculated and doing all that shit and getting like pet insurance.
Yeah, all that dumb bullshit, but yeah,
it's worth it because you get a friend.
I have friends for free, kind of.
Unless you have a dickhead dog. Some dogs are just complete cunts. You just put those out.
Not typically.
They're not often, but sometimes
they got to be trained to be.
They have to either their wiring's fucked, and that's really the only reason they would be a dick. If you didn't make them a dick, it's like one of my mom's dog. One of them was like schizo or something. Just it would be like completely happy and stuff, and then out of nowhere it would like be terrified. It doesn't know who you are. And I'm like, this.
You got to ODL of those kind of dogs.
This dog is damaged.
You got to ODL that poor fella.
Yeah, that felt bad for that dog because it just, it was a sweet dog, but it just had something was wrong with it.
This is a quick question. This is a little off topic. Do you think an oven is harder to open from the inside?
No, we've had this conversation.
About this.
Really?
He's got demented. You were all demented, apparently.
We are. I think the lack of sleep.
Wait. You serious? You thought it was ready?
Anyway, we're gonna read this next one and then we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So
none pizza with left beef. I don't know what any of this means.
None pizza?
Yeah, like NONE. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Noni?
I'm just
Noni?
I'm simply the messenger.
All right, gotcha.
Continuing the strange casual racism growing up in Ireland.
Cool.
Growing up, I always called the dick hole a Jap's eye.
Wow.
That means exactly what you think it is. I actually heard this in one of those what are those Pete and Bass or whatever? Those old British white guys who do the rap because they've got like some producer. Have you seen those guys?
Oh yeah.
He's just like
elderly proper gentleman, right?
The old British guys who sound like unreasonably good, kind of.
Yeah.
I remember I heard that line in one of those. Something like tip on the tip of my Jap's eye, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. And I looked it up, and I was like, that's the reason I looked it up. That's the only reason I know that.
I like casual racism like that for no reason.
Yeah,
it's not like, oh, you're angry and you're trying to offend someone or hurt them. You're just, it's just a part of my lexicon. It's not my dick hole. It's just a Jap's eye. It's like you don't need to call it that, sir.
No, I mean it's like when slang when racism gets like inducted into slang, kind of.
Yes.
To the point where like you can, I have no doubt that a bunch of people probably say that and have no ill will towards the Japanese.
Right? They don't think about it that way, but it's like maybe you should think about it. Because, like, I don't have that.
No.
I can't. There's not one thing that I could think of. Of course, I've said some horrible things, but it's me purposefully being obtuse or whatever the case is.
Sure.
But as far as just being, I haven't even thought about that's like insensitive to say. Like, I don't have that. Because I would think about it. I'd be like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, probably.
That's kind of fucked up. Like Jap's eye is one that would immediately catch my, after I got older.
I remember when I learned that Jap was even a slur in the first place. Because to me, it kind of doesn't sound, like it sounds like, it's more about the context in which it was like used, I guess.
It's like Jew.
Exactly. Where I'm just like,
it's lazy.
It sounds like a shortening of.
It's literally that. It's just like nip. It's just the shortening of Nippon. Like it's literally just Japan.
Yeah.
It's lazy. That's why like most races are just dumb and lazy. And like you can't even think of anything good. Not like a fucking like Zipperhead. That's good. You know what I mean? That's like fucked up.
It feels evil.
It is because it's like it's deep.
I don't
lore to it. And I'm like,
I don't know. I think I don't have any racist sayings I genuinely let leave my mouth other than times where I'm trying to make a joke about something racist. I don't really have anything like... I think a lot of American phrases are just technically based in racism. So for here, it's very particular.
Yeah.
Because here, America's so...
I can't remember
persistently racist,
I can't remember exact examples, but I know that there's...
Picking any freaking... that one is crazy racist.
Gypped.
Indian giving, like this.
Yeah,
stuff
that
like
one's more obvious.
That's more obvious, but it's way worse.
There's stuff that's more subtle where I'm just like, there's stuff that's even more subtle than those things that I'm blanking on right now.
Like playing Hangman, like that shit is crazy. I played Hangman in school and I loved that game, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know there's more.
Yeah, there's more I can't remember, but those are so obscure that like I didn't even commit them to memory enough to not say them because it's just like I'm whatever.
Yeah. I wouldn't normally be saying that, so I don't know. I'm kind of like, it's hard for me to like rationalize that kind of thing where it's like, oh, this phrase is subjectively racist. Like either I don't know or I never even started saying it.
Sure,
because I'm kind of at.
Yeah. Anyway,
not that I wouldn't though.
We ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you for writing in.
Thank you for writing in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for writing in, you fucking job Si.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had Atlas from BioShock with us today.
Thank you so much.
I forgot that people existed.
Would you kindly grab that wrench out of the socket? Would you kindly suck my pee-pee?
I'm gonna tell her to JoJo tonight.
Would you
kindly suck my pee-pee? The funny thing is she won't even bat an eye.
No,
That's
yeah.
all, like, this stupid shit that I say to her like doesn't even phase her anymore.
That's better.
God damn, 4 pages of credits.
Is that a pussy? What am I? It's a vertical jab side.
What the fuck have you seen, man? What are you looking at?
Look at the Patrick Starr. I can't do an Irish accent that good.
Patrick Starr.
It's
Patrick Starr.
I'm pretty good at Irish.
It's hard,
I don't know how to say.
to do. Yeah.
I don't know how to say star. As if I was Irish.
Star.
Star. Yeah.
Like I don't know. A person that wrote in, "Where am I from? Where do I sound like I'm from anywhere when I'm speaking?"
Why are you showing it to me? Good job.
Yay.
I asked my buddy, he's from England, and I asked him when I was doing a British accent. He said that I sound like I'm from London when I was faking it. So I like to ask people that are native. I'm like, when I fake their accent, where do I sound like I'm from?
You sound like you're from a fucking mental hospital.
Yeah, sometimes they're like, it doesn't sound like anything.
Yeah.
There's more.
That's like what the South African accent sounds like. Where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying right now.
South African is so some of them, the ones that I am most privy to, is interchangeable. It sounds like they could be from somewhere in Australia.
Kind of.
It sounds British.
The only one that I know, the only experience I have with that accent is District 9, and everybody sounds chopped in District 9.
Chopped,
like straight up.
Like some Australian accents where I'm like, the fuck, what is happening? And then I'll hear two things, and I'm like, I can't tell. Why are you guys so similar? But then some of you aren't similar at all. It's crazy. But I guess it's the same thing as like, say, London and fucking Liverpool. They don't sound like they live anywhere close to each other.
You took a picture of that?
Yeah.
For what reason? What are you gonna do? You gonna share that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Amazing.
He's very proud.
We're gonna.
I did this.
Yeah.
We're
gonna read the $25 and up patrons now.
Home me now.
So thanks for stopping by. Go to patreon.com/SnarkTank for more, and yeah. Count me down.
What the fuck is this?
3.
What is that? What do you mean?
2.
Has this always been here?
1.
No, that was on my desk before, but I wanted to free up space because I use that space more than I use that corner of that table. That's a loop station.
Home on me now.
I lost the fucking AC adapter for it though, which is fucking annoying.
Oh,
so I don't know.
What does it take? And does it say?
I don't know. I'm sure I could find it. I just haven't. Like I also only really use that on GarageBand.
Oh. Okay.
So like now that my MacBook exploded, I haven't been even motivated to even fix it or get the cables for it. But it's cool. It's like you do loops.
This fucking guy.
What are you doing?
I made my art and I want to talk about it now.
We're like trying to talk, and he's like, "Hey, my art." He's like the kids trying to get a hold of the parrot, trying to get the attention.
Hey,
look! I drew a fucking pussy on Patrick Starr, Mom. Oh, Kingston, that's a beautiful drawing.
Do you think the pussy's on the outside, or do you think it's like under the pants?
What
Like,
are
is
you
it,
fucking saying?
Like, do you think we're seeing under the pants, or do you think
Or
we're like,
is it like chapless kind of?
Yeah.
But like in the front. What would you call it?
pussyless?
Crotchless.
Yeah, crotchless.
So crotchless pants, which goes hard. Is that what we're gonna do in the future when we finally stop caring about genitals so much? In the future
We're
we'll
gonna
just-
care more and more and more until we're all dead. I think.
I don't think that's ever gonna go away. Yeah,
I want.
I think we were on
crotchless
track.
pants.
We were on track for a little bit when like Will Smith was wearing a crop top. We were headed in the right direction, and then like I don't know, 9/11 fucked everything up or
It
something.
did. The the people over there that like things covered up. They
Yeah,
won.
we were
The
so
damn people over
fucking dude. We really, I really do feel like in my heart of hearts that we were pretty fucking close to just not caring at all about what you had going on.
And now we're at the point where Paul Joseph Watson is like, when he said conservatism is the counterculture, and I was like, oh, something happened.
No, everything's
Everything
broken.
broke.
I firmly
to even be
believe-
able to say that.
I firmly believe we thought we were, and then everything was still there, and I think that's why we got here.
No, I think
everything was
something
still right
shifted,
under,
man.
I think everything was still right under the surface, and we were all like, "It's fine, right? Right?"
No, I don't agree.
Right?
I don't agree.
You're
I
right.
think I really do feel like we were on the cusp of
I think
because
so.
even like you had like famous like George Carlin was like famous like liberal guy. He was talking about like, oh yeah, we need fewer labels, not more. Labels divide people. We need who cares what anybody, you know.
I agree.
And now we have like, you know, are you a demisexual but also bi, gender, and gay?
Yeah, are you
And
everything?
are you autistic? Are you neurodivergent? Are you my type of neurodivergent?
I agree.
Everything got fucked immediately.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of snowballing.
I think we
a snowball down a hill.
I think we put too many colors.
Yeah,
in the
it's
paint.
like, are you a leftist? Are you
Yeah.
a liberal? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Are you a Marxist, Leninist, libtard?
You fucking
cock?
you tanky. I was like, no normal person knows what any of that means.
I still really don't know what a tanky is.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, like
I felt specifically like if I remember hearing it and being like curious, and I thought like I actually don't want to know this.
that's
'Cause if-
exactly.
Yeah, because I don't want to be in the I don't want to be in the statistical group of people who knows what that means.
That's how you treat that. That was the same thing I did when I kept hearing groiper. I still don't know.
I still don't know what that means
I
either.
don't know what it
Gripper?
means. Groiper.
Groiper.
It's associated with Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, and I don't care enough to look.
I think,
Yeah, exactly.
I think stuff like that is stupid, but I think there were just problems that just clearly didn't get fixed. I think there were clearly a lot of things that were just still problems
Sure.
that we ignored. And then we
Right.
were like, it's fine, right? And it's like, no.
I don't know. I don't
Look,
get that.
Conservatism
I
being cool was
disagree.
never a thing until recently.
I agree. I agree with that, but I think a lot of I think it's clear as day. It's like,
Or let me
really feel
rephrase
like
that. It's still not cool. No one ever thought it was cool.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
People think it's cool now. I think what happened is that there were problems that were like under the line. I think there were still like a lot of bigoted mentalities, and then there were a lot of still like laws and shit like that were still like systematically and fundamentally people held were fucked.
Of course.
But what happened is that we stopped talking about them. And we
I don't
started
think
acting
that's
like,
true.
No, I think we really stopped talking about them.
you're-
I remember 2013, 2012, and like there was a lot of shit happening. Like gay marriage was legalized. You had like all the like the It Gets Better campaign. Like people weren't like cringing about it.
No, people
You know,
weren't vocally.
things-
People weren't vocally.
I
cringing about it.
I there's a part that I do agree with him about.
I think people weren't vocally cringing about it. I
the
think people
one-
were more hiding it more.
Dude, the one thing that I agree with you about is
don't agree at all.
not vocalizing stuff is, and I do actually, I was trying to examine like what happened with, you know, people being so dumb and getting dumber and being so more happily to jump into a cult. And one thing that we were doing a decade or so ago was relentlessly mocking religion, deities, and stuff like that. And at a certain point, it became uncool to do that.
Yeah, it became trite and boring.
Yeah, and the thing is,
That's yeah.
it should never have been treated as a trend, though. That to be like, oh, this isn't cool anymore to do. That's played out, and I'm like, no, this is actually important to let people know that this shit should be mocked into oblivion. And now all of a sudden you have fucking Jordan Peterson and fucking that rapist, what's his name?
Oh, Russell Brand?
Russell Brand
Yeah.
praying on stage because it's so cool now, and everybody put it in their Christ is King now, and even though they don't like Jesus and stuff, like
Yeah.
the fact that like
Dude, that
we
picture made me
all
so mad.
stopped talking about that stuff And a lot of those people forgot that shit used to be mocked into oblivion.
I think that is everything. I think that was everything.
You can extrapolate that to a lot of things, I
stopped talking
imagine.
about things people are uncomfortable.
But
I think that's the biggest problem.
But no one really makes the call to make something played out. It just kind of does happen.
I don't think
I
I'm not
completely
talking-
disagree.
I'm not talking about
I
the
think
played out
people,
stuff.
it's like music. You'll see like, oh, new metal isn't cool anymore. You have people like, you want to say, I talk about my boy Fantano. Oh, man, I can't believe I used to listen to shit like that. I'm like, nigga, all those people still listen. You're actually in the minority. And a lot of these people try to force, like the industry leaders will force people to be like, think the way that I do. Not by saying that, but by being like, oh, I can't believe I used to do this stuff. And then there's people that are influential that pass that on to their audiences, and they almost feel ashamed to listen to this stuff anymore. So they keep it to them fucking selves.
I don't know if I agree, really.
It's just I don't know about it being disagree. It's just, it is an observation that you can find in every medium.
What I'm saying is, like, I don't think it's like a mandate. I think what happens is new people or people come up and they hear that stuff and they're like, yeah, that's good. I'm going to do something different. And because something sounds different, it's more interesting to more people, and people just kind of move on.
I think it's the opposite.
More interesting.
I think it's the opposite, because I think most people like repetition and they like the same thing.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, wouldn't there be like a more catered, or wouldn't there be like a bigger push from industries to keep things as identical as possible because it requires the least amount of challenge?
So
to
like
them?
that's what the Suits would love that.
Right.
That's why I say like some of the biggest bands and stuff on Earth sound relatively the same. Pop doesn't change that much. It's relatively the same because that's what people want. Sports is a big thing. Esports, with the PvP, you're doing the same type of matches. People think it's different, but it's the same thing.
Yeah,
they're doing the same thing. Like, it's like everybody that even feels like they don't fall into the category, they do. You know, like, I like repetition. It's just what type of repetition
it's a new
do I
coat
like?
of paint. It's new coats of paint over.
And so the thing is, I don't like when people when they try to. It's kind of like almost like what would you call it? Counterculture. It's almost contrarian. There's a lot of people that are very influential that will kind of poison the well, in my opinion. That they make things, it's kind of what I would call hurting, not helping. I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but I think that when they kind of, by their nature of liking things that are new and interesting and different, they're shitting on the other stuff that people really like. And a lot of times it kind of has this underground, like, well, I guess we're just going to push it deep down. Where, say for example, there's a lot of people that miss that anti-SJW style of content, to where it unfortunately got adopted by the worst people. And people like us, we kind of stopped doing because we just kind of stopped caring about it. And there's nothing wrong with that, except for look at the retard freaks that took it over.
Sure,
and
but I think that's actually a good example though, because like no one was like, "Don't do that anymore," and I was like, "Okay." I just kind of literally like naturally was just like,
that's good because
I'm bored of this.
So that is very, and I think that's what happens with. And look, I can also say that I'm part of it in a certain extent, that I don't feel like it's a. At the time, I didn't feel like it was something necessary to keep going. Like, what was that fucking up?
I found I found an old channel that I was like, yo, I can't believe this guy's still doing this shit. I'll tell you after, because it cracked me the fuck up.
I was gonna
seeing that guy again, and he's still doing this shit for like barely any views, but it's like he's still at it. It's wild.
There's a guy I don't mind saying this guy because he probably I don't have a problem with him. I think his name is Logic.
I remember Logic.
Something. Was he the one that would have that hat on and he had a mask?
Was it like a clock mask or something?
Something. I remember like he had like it looked like he almost had 3D glasses on. It was like red, and he had like a top hat on, and he had a mask on.
They don't get enough credit for being the original VTubers, kind of in some sense. Like high key, they like
this guy is consistently made egalitarian and atheist content, and he's never stopped. The entire time. And I was like, oh, here's somebody that I was like, I respect him even after the wave was over. You know, he just kept doing, because that's the content that he made and he's passionate about. And that was the kind of thing that I feel like we were doing it specifically because this annoyed us. And once that shit kind of died down, well, there was no point to continue.
You can only be so angry. Like anybody who's angry for a long period of time is feigning it.
Yes.
Or at the very least is motivated to continue by processes that aren't actually really.
Yeah.
It's like money,
and
you know?
So I can say even myself, like even though as much as I try not to always go with whatever just happened, like when I think about it, it would have made sense for me. This is in hindsight. Because the way that I feel now, I'm like, oh, well, there's still religious people making retarded content and stuff, and I feel like it should be lampooned. It was in the same way that I started shitting on a lot of the right-leaning grifters afterwards, even though they called me a grifter in return. They're like, oh, you're a grifter. And I'm like, I would be making your guys' content if I was a grifter. What are you saying?
I think
It's crazy.
I think that all doubles back to the idea that we had a weird era of like comfortability where people didn't want to feel uncomfortable. And it led to like people being a little aggressive about them wanting to have rights, which I think is a proper thing. I think was fine. You know, people that like the people that were vocal about having like more acceptable spaces in general. I think it was right for them to exist. I think it got a little ridiculous at times for the outsiders, the people that are like not as open, when they started seeing like people with all these various like all asexual, all these things in their bios. Though they exist, though they should have every right to explain themselves the way they do or express how they feel. It kind of got a lot to people, and people kind of got annoyed by it, which I think is I think it is fundamentally stupid for them to have gotten annoyed by people expressing themselves as who they are. But then we left that era of comfortability, and we moved into like an area where we kind of didn't talk about things. It was kind of like, oh, this is fine. You know, people are relatively progressive now, I guess, on the social standing. So we're like, oh, we're going to have gay marriage become legalized. We're going to have a lot of things moving forward. But the problem is that the foundation of the problems were all still there. People were still problematic. People were still overly Christian. People were still all these things that were just right under the surface. And to disagree with it would make no sense why we are where we are right now. With a generation removed. We're a generation removed from it. And we're back. People being fucking openly anti-Semitic, extremely racist, wildly homophobic. Like if that was all,
but Kingston, do you think we were this bad in 2013? I don't think so.
I think we were under the surface.
I don't believe that.
I think we were under the
slightly.
I think
that's genuinely delusional.
I think for things to get this bad, I really think.
Well, you said under the surface, so which would mean that it wasn't as bad.
It was I think on the top layer. Yeah, it was fine. Like people were like, "Oh, relatively, like we're not like this, right?" And people weren't thinking about it. They probably were underneath it. They're like, "Oh, they probably are racist underneath it all." But when it's portrayed in media in this sort of decent way, it's like, I guess.
Look, I hear what you're saying, dude. Especially because, like, I do, and I love to blame the ultra progressive zealots for this because I really do think they are to blame. The sleeping giant that is extreme racism and fringe retards have always been in the underground. Like I said, there's if you look at like the Turner Diaries, the people that got inspired by that, people that got inspired by Timothy McVeigh, Waco, all that shit. All those people existed, but they were so not taken seriously. They were mocked. They were ridiculed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I talk about like even in like the there was kind of a guard that was happening, and it stopped. They first of all, I was saying they kind of woke a lot of those people up to feel like they were real victims.
They poked the giant that was Trump.
They got really big. So here's the thing: Trump took advantage of all those fucking dumb retards, right? But here's the thing: we saw a lot of that coming up, and we lampooned a lot of that shit. I think the only problem is, and it's not a problem that I can be like, "How dare you?" kind of a thing. It's just I think it's an observation that largely a lot of us we just stopped doing that stuff, and all I could say is we probably shouldn't have. And what I mean by that is a lot of the people on the right that are fucking really rich now, making all this money and making really terrible content, you know, I push back a little bit. You know, I think there's a lot of people on the left that are making content right now. When one of the biggest streamers right now, Hassan, I think Hassan actually, he sucks. Like he shouldn't be the guy.
He shouldn't be the guy.
He shouldn't be, and that's the problem. It's like, the guy could have been. I feel like the guy could have been one of us. And what I mean is, I know what
you're saying.
Not that you want to be that guy, because I don't want to be that. I would fucking hate being that guy. There's just better. There should be much better. I just hate like somebody who did something really good. Noah Sampson, for example, who raised like over $400,000 for the Palestinians or whatever, just doing this marathon live stream. And I'm like, cool. But like when I look at this guy.
Yeah, he's not it either, man.
That's the thing. I look at like a lot of this.
I know what you're saying.
This space, and it's like fuck. And I think when it comes to people that need to be leaders, it's always the people that don't want to do it. The people that don't want to do it should fucking do it. But it's like,
I know what you
I don't
mean.
want to do shit.
Yeah, I
so
don't wanna
what,
do it
so
either.
It's the same idea.
what
for
do you
like,
do?
Like fucking, you brought up before is like people that are like famous people, like we're getting involved in politics.
I fucking wish,
Like
dude.
100%, like,
I
motherfuckers,
wish they
like-
would feel obligated to do something because they really could help.
The problem is that a lot of them it would fuck their money up, and they don't want to fuck their money up. That's the
problem
big
is
problem.
that they already have enough money and they don't think they do.
Oh no, it's
That's
simply
the
they don't
biggest
want to
problem.
fuck their careers
Niggas
up.
have tens of millions of dollars. Oh, you fucked up my career when I have tens of millions of dollars in the bank. I don't care. You have plenty of money, generational wealth. It's just like these people that I remember Shannon Sharp were like, oh man, he was about to get generational wealth of what the $100 million deal. I'm like, he already has generational wealth. This is people, their brains are broken.
Yeah.
If you have $10 million, you have generational wealth.
If you have half $10 million, you have generational wealth. If
It's-
you have half $5 million, you have generational wealth.
you technically,
it's
like,
not
I would say like
difficult.
2 generations.
Yeah.
For $5 million. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, with that
easily.
kind of money, if
Yeah.
you just make smart moves and you just teach your children like financial literacy,
Shit. Just
you're
investing
good.
one of those millions could turn into a much larger generational wealth. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But like seeing this little, I don't want to mess up my money or I don't mess up my career. I'm like,
I only have $70 million.
like Robert Downey Jr. has hundreds of millions of dollars. The Rock has hundreds of millions of dollars. All of those people that could actually really affect change, even though they'll come out every once and be like, I don't like the direction the country's going in, and I'm like, then fucking do something, cunt.
Yeah, like what? It is pretty fucking silly.
sucks.
I don't know. I stand by my belief. I think that things were
hot. Now they're not.
I just think it's genuinely.
We
I
thought things were better. I think we had a veneer. We had a veneer of
I
like.
don't think it's a fucking veneer. I think it's so clear.
I think
it's
it's not
clear
a-
as fucking day.
I don't think it is, because if it was, if things were truly better, if those problems got over, why would they show back up in such a huge
That's
way
such
now?
a terrible argument.
It's not a terrible argument.
All right, man. I don't know.
How could we?
You see it just based in just people's families. I see it in my own family. Like the
Oh, no,
same
no, no, no,
people
no. These
are
are-
not the same. The same
they-
people
these are-
today are far worse than they were in 2013. It's not like their beliefs fucking shifted all that much, but they fucking shifted.
No, I think they shifted 100%. They did shift.
So it's worse.
And I think those things. I know. No, I look. Okay, so this is how I think.
Like, I don't know what you're trying to argue.
the problems were still there. I think people were probably in a better mindset because the world was kind of forcing more of a progressive mentality. We had a leader of the world that was a fucking black person. We had that person who relatively was progressive, implementing a lot of like progressive things. You know, Bo, burn those Browns.
Kill them all.
And Bo's like, bow, bow. And
Bo, can you do me a favor? Send one of those. We built these new drones that just have arms on them. I want you to
go
send a
down, they
little
punch.
drone. I want you to send a drone with little arms and beat up an Iraqi.
They go
paste.
up to people and punch the shit out of them.
Pull their arms off.
They're strong. They're particularly built to be strong enough to hurt somebody as much as they can per punch without killing you.
So then his kill count won't go up technically.
Yeah.
They'll
It's
just
like
they'll just die in the
Disneyland.
hospital.
Disneyland courting people off of the premises to be like,
Is
no
that
one dies.
real?
I should now use ChatGPT to confirm that, but I've heard that is absolute because it just makes sense.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So just to lessen your kill count at like say like Disneyland Park, right? Have them be pronounced dead off the premise so they didn't die in Disneyland.
Oh, I see.
Which the reason I've never looked that up back in the day is because like
right.
it just
It
feels
feels-
like
yeah, it
why
does.
wouldn't you do that if you're a major corporation?
Yeah, it's not even in the realm of disbelief.
Yeah.
Really, to me, it's just
Let's
like
argue. I don't think. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think that things. I think the surface gave us a perception of things being better, but I think clearly all that shit was still there.
I think maybe there was a perception of things being better than they were, but I think they were better than what they are.
I can
Like by orders of fucking magnitude.
I'll
I
agree
think.
with this. They were better, but the problems that created what we have the whole time has always been there.
Sure.
Yes, the
And I
potential's
think-
always
Of
been
course,
there.
And
of
I
course.
think the big
That's all
problem
corporate
is that,
greed and all that shit.
and I think the
Yeah.
problem is that we never fixed those
And the
problems.
the thing to me, the biggest thing is the fucking media. It's just like
The
how
media
much,
fucking
how much
failed us,
fucking
yeah.
money
Right.
do you need to sell out? Not even just yourselves, because it's not like you're going to enjoy what's happening either.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy. They're like, oh, we're not going to report the news properly, and we're going to lie relentlessly, and things are going to get so weird, so they're going to ignore fucking habeas corpus, which is going to affect everybody, including themselves.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was the huge gash because they were supposed to be like the non-biased, like, hey, this is what's happening, and then when
I'm
they
just going to
fucked
go
up,
into the
it
next
it just turned over.
State of the Union and be like, nobody move.
You know, the thing that's crazy is that like now, if a Democrat wins, they would be stupid not to ignore the Constitution. You know what I mean? Like you'd be an idiot to not like the rug's been pulled already.
Yeah.
So if you get power again, you kind of
Have to.
you're obligated
You
to
have
abuse
to,
it.
yeah.
Fucking cancer
Because
Biden
what are you gonna do?
2028.
Yeah, cancer Biden. Yeah, the
I think-
ticket is cancer and Biden.
Cancer Biden.
The thing is this, right? What's going to happen is
Like you would be dumb. You'd be dumb not to do
you
it.
have to, because what happens
Yeah.
even if
Imprison that guy for no reason. Like do it. Like because they're just gonna do it the next time.
Right.
exactly.
So
like,
just it's over.
the problem is
it's
that
so done.
It's the
Constitution's a cum rag. It's a cum rag now.
It's the idea of that.
But
Like,
no, things are just as bad as they were before.
I'm
I
saying,
know. I'm
I mean
strawmanning.
the underlying problems. What is the idea of that's crazy?
You want a copy of the Constitution?
It's insane seeing people argue about the Constitution and like the shit they say, and it's like you are understanding that you do not the words that are written are there for a reason.
Yeah, they need a.
They're literally there. Like the Constitution.
What if we looked at the Constitution right now and we found out that it was actually written in fucking wingdings?
It would make a lot of.
The font.
Oh,
It'd make a lot of sense. It would make way more sense, actually.
That's why people seem to disagree so
Yeah,
much on what
I'd
the
be
fuck
like,
it says.
oh, okay, because it's fucking
it's
whatever.
really bad.
It's
It's
whatever
like,
you want.
It's like the whole thing about the deportation, and like literally there is purposefully written that it says persons, not citizens.
I'm gonna get you deported.
It is there literally on purpose for people that immigrate here that are trying to
Yeah,
become
yeah,
they know-
citizens.
they know that.
It's there.
Yeah,
It
but
is
Kingston,
there.
I'm going to deport you though.
You
Yeah.
can't. I guess probably.
What are you talking about? I can't.
I don't know,
You want to
probably.
bet?
I'm gonna rat you out.
For what?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
doesn't matter.
anymore, dude. The ICE people are struggling to hit the quotas. They'll take anybody at this
insane.
point.
Yeah, so it's
bro.
like, get that dog and dress him up like a Mexican boy.
It's insane. It makes
They put little pants
I'm
on
so
him and a
jealous.
sombrero.
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's
Anyway,
like, what the fuck is going on?
we gotta
Oh,
read
yeah.
the names. We gotta read the names.
Yeah, we gotta read the
Yeah, get
names.
the fuck out of here, please.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you gonna you gotta count me down?
I thought I couldn't afford it. Wait, 3, 2, 1.
I thought you did it before, like 30 minutes ago. You
That's
did.
true.
All right. Rape member 3000, Delta Gamma,
Rape member?
yanking it with the Yonkers yoinker.
Nice.
Nice.
Race swapped logic is just logic.
That's crazy. That's crazy. He's more black. He is more black.
Whatever. Squimp is bugs. Clamuel Esquire
Rose.
III,
Amber
Usurr
Rose is simping for
Guildmaster,
Tory Lanez
Mally
right now.
Malibu, gay little King Dad Beetle.
Bitch.
Dude, she looks so old now. It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
because she
happened
sold her
to
fucking soul.
Casey
That's what
Anthony?
she did.
I don't know what happened to her, bro.
No, Amber Rose. She sold her soul.
I don't even know who that is.
She went from looking great
Dude, she
to like
as soon as she endorsed Trump, she sold her soul.
I don't know what happened to her. She started
She
looking
fucking
way worse.
baby mama of Wiz Khalifa, and she also was fucking with Kanye at one point.
Wiz Khalifa.
Kanye got her famous.
Yeah,
Kanye got her famous. Yeah.
Amber Rose. You would see her. She bald.
Is that like one
blonde.
of Saddam's guys? Wiz Khalifa. What the fuck is Wiz Khalifa?
He's a
Yeah,
rapper.
It definitely
The black
sounds like
and
it
yellow
could.
rapper.
Sounds like it could be. You know, black and yellow, black and yellow. Remember that
Oh,
song?
B movie.
And there's a reason why he has.
Is that in the B movie?
Yeah, it's bees. This is the song for bees because it's black and yellow, black and yellow. It's
I mean,
in the
I
B movie.
get the B thing. What you're
I
saying,
get the joke.
but it's actually in the B movie.
Yeah, it's in
not.
the B movie.
I don't think it is.
It's at the very beginning.
I don't think it is.
Now I don't believe.
I
it.
swear to God, he looks into his closet and he says, "Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Oh, yellow and black. Let's switch things up a bit."
That's not the song. You
And then the song
fucking-
plays in the background.
It's a yellow and black, yellow and
Black,
black, yellow and black, yellow and black.
Anyway, King Dad Beetle loving his gay little Beetle son anally. Colin Moriarty, a little Among Us guy regarding white genocide in South Africa.
Nice.
No, I don't try to insert my religion in every conversation. What are you talking about? Stupid. I am going to kill the mourner. Kingston, my son, may I have just one more Blumkit? Just one more, my son. I beg. Emoticon's going like this. 2 rats in a trench coat. I'm Christine Ray Maldonado. That's Daria, some black woman. And Jesus Christ.
Damn.
That is loud as fuck. Don't worry. That wasn't you. You don't have anybody asking about you. The the grotesque troll is Queenston Jameson. This is Spank Bank Podcast. PM candidate for the Ultra Thieves. Claire Obscure Expedition Babies.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that means. Joe Biden's watermelon-sized prostate.
Oh no.
Blow me away. Come in my hand. I'm slapping you. King Dad getting Chris's family sent to prison for stealing cable.
King Dad.
King Dad. I forgot that was his name.
Yeah.
King Dad.
King
People
Dad.
keep writing that with that name, and I'm like, what is that? Berserker Beatles big bouncy backside. More Beatles, Kingston. How you feeling about that, buddy? You like that, buddy?
You like that, homie?
Read. Just read.
Sloker 2, why so derpy?
Would
They
you like
call
your name
me.
to be Kangston?
I don't.
Would it be better if it was Kangston?
I don't give a fuck.
What if your name was King Sting?
I don't give a
What a
fuck.
King Stain, yeah.
I don't
No,
care.
but what a KANGSTAWN.
I don't care.
Kingston.
Yeah, Kangston.
Kingston.
You don't like that better?
I don't care.
What if your name was Bitch?
I don't care.
They call me Virgin.
We're gonna go to the courthouse get it changed.
I don't care. Whatever.
Bitch.
You
Yeah,
pay
guys,
for it.
guys,
Jameson,
if we
you pay for it.
I
Fuck.
would pay for your
if we
name to
hit
be Bitch Jameson.
the next milestone, we got to get a couple more subscribers, and if we do, we got to get a couple more donations to the podcast, right?
Yeah.
And if we do, we're gonna go to the courthouse and get Kingston's name legally changed to Bitch McBlack. And don't worry about it. We promise.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Action star on Bitch McBlack.
It kind of sounds awesome, actually.
Bitch.
It's weird. Like the delivery makes that name almost cool. Like you could do, like my name's Bitch McBlack.
Hey, Bitch McBlack.
It's like you almost don't even hear the bitch.
Yeah.
You know? It's like a sleight of hand move when like a magician does like a crazy trick with one of them cards, those pictures with the people on them and the numbers.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Bitch McBlack. I was watching like some professional street magicians. If that makes any sense. Like ones that are really good, like truly talented.
Yeah, you're
ones.
showing me that British guy. You sent me one of those things.
And it's terrifying how good they are because I'm trying to
What is the
track
British
him.
guy?
And I'm
Is
lost.
is the British guy's magic trick that he walks out in the street and smiles
Crazy.
because they're so fucking miserable?
Wow, this how's he? Are you a tourist? I don't understand.
How's he doing? You're not
God,
British.
blimey, I can't believe you're able to smile like that.
What the fuck? I'm dying, mate. This is not funny.
Mate, it's really painful. It's been raining for 17 years, bro. Why is it still raining, bro? Why is it walking fall from the sky?
My name's Anus Corgles. Nice to meet you.
It's cool.
Good day. My name's fucking Dick McGiggles. What's going on?
My name's Kill Me Now, please.
My name's Flumplemumpus. Nice to meet you.
My name is Randall Suicide Ideation McGee. Nice to meet you.
They call me Virgin because they know I don't fuck around. Shitler. Oh, I'm Kingston's dad. I was
doing?
to taste the pum pum. Oh,
Have you seen
Indian-
the thing
India
that
and
Kermit the Frog
Pakistan are
song?
fighting
Where
again.
he shows his fucking like meat as a fucking big piece of cucumber.
India and Pakistan are fighting again. Call that stench warfare.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I can't
so
even laugh
mean.
at that.
Goju,
Not on the outside.
Yeah.
Goju and Pick Shalom versus
It's crazy. I love Indians, man.
Hasidics.
I love their food.
I want to
love
hit that
Indian food.
downtown restaurant. It
Which
smells
one?
good.
Flavor India?
I don't know what the fuck it's called. We're just passing by to go to the theater and it smells fucking delicious.
Oh, the Indian place?
Yeah.
That place is real good.
You
I like that place.
It smells fucking great.
I love Indian food.
They got
Oh my God.
they got really good samosas.
Yeah.
The butter chicken goes.
I'll
fucking
probably go there
bananas.
today. So we got to go to some stupid. Oh, we got we're going to a test screening.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot some movie with two juice heads. Who is it? Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck is
Oh
this?
yeah, I forgot to respond to JoJo about that because I read the invite and then I was like, oh, I got to think about it, and then I just totally forgot.
There's a thing.
Did I get invited?
No,
I thought she said she hit you up.
She might have. I don't remember. I'm fucking.
I
It's probably jorking it. I don't know, man. Fucking everything's a blur when I'm.
I literally was thinking like, oh, do I go? And then like another notification popped up.
I know. I
I really
can't go
have
to
like
that.
object permanence issues. I think with messages.
Yeah, you're like a puppy.
Let me ask her if it's still possible because like,
I'm not-
I know. I probably can't
it's like
go
a free fucking movie.
because I'm going. Lily works late tonight.
All Gooners fire at will.
She
Glaze
has
their
her late
Randy
release.
Rears. Colin Moriarty. Domination. Kingston's dad voice is a film cow voice. Oh, it kind of is. That is true. It is like Charlie the Unicorn almost.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
Not
Yeah,
bad.
it is. Like I'm. Yeah. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Wow, film cow. I haven't thought about that in a while. They had that weird spatula show that I fucking watched all the time.
Spatula.
They had like a weird show about like, well, not all the time, but like they had a show about like sentient spatulas, and like I remember just thinking like this concept is so fucking weird. Why are they doing this?
Because you
But
watched it.
I was transfixed by it.
Yes, it is.
It's me, film cow, crazy.
I'm trying to remember the person's name. You remember this famous lady that had a Bo Beep the sheep?
Bo, what the fuck are you saying?
It was like I forgot her name. She was on PBS and she had a show about like puppets.
and it was like a famous. It's
Oh,
like,
Little Bo Peep, right?
is it? I might not be. I think Little Peep is like a fucking.
Are you talking about Lamb Chop?
Lamb Chop? Yes.
Yeah.
You remember what's the woman's name again? The woman that did the puppeteering
The
for
old
her?
whore?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
I think Old Whore McGee.
I think her name was like Brenda or something.
Lamb Chop, Fuck Along. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, it's not fuck along, but yeah, I remember it. I used to love that shit. Dude.
Derek, not Chauvin is innocent. Free him. Ballin Moriarty, round-eyed
love that
Asian,
shit.
plagiarizing small artists on complete accident. Pinky promise.
Sherry Lewis is her name.
What?
Dude. I remember when she died.
Sherry Lewis.
She died like 98, right?
90. How the fuck do you know that? What the hell?
I remember.
She died in 98. What the fuck
I remember.
do you know that?
I remember watching the show the day.
You remember when she got killed on the show?
A lamb ate her.
That's crazy. That's insane.
It's true because the lambs were getting tired of the misrepresentation.
Yeah,
that
look,
she-
it was starting to get at her. And it just ate her and then she died.
I remember.
Yeah,
dang.
that's actually a real lamb. And
Yeah.
I remember her because the day she died, they had like a long thing on PBS back when I had to watch TV in the living room because I didn't have one in my bedroom at the time. I remember like watching because my sister watched her when she was younger too on PBS as well, and I was like, oh, it was really sad. And my grandma was like, oh, she was a really nice lady. He seems very sweet because she was like involved with like Mr. Rogers
Okay.
on that show. On the show, like as a puppeteer for the Mr. Rogers stuff. Actually, it's really it's never mind. Fuck you guys.
we're like, when's this getting interesting?
You guys are fucking.
Did you kill her? I don't understand. What happened?
I just remember I had a flash memory. You said something about like cow voice. I was like, oh, cow, lamb chop.
Yeah.
Who was Lamb Chop's person?
Sherry Lewis. That's like if somebody was like, how can I get away with being like as close to Jerry Lewis as possible?
How can I get away with having a name that might be similar to someone else's?
How can I get away with this?
It's me, Sherry Lewis.
Why don't you just name the person Jerry Lewis?
Lady Lamb Chop. Yeah, she used to fuck that.
It's
puppet.
lamb
Pretty hard.
chop, Heboigen, Schmeugel, Freund Levenstoil.
Is that
the
a
final
ism?
boss of
Judaism?
Jews?
Judy,
No.
Jerry Lewis?
No, it's Jesus Christ, obviously.
It's clearly Benjamin Netanyahu. Like,
I guess it is.
Netanyahu is after Jew. No,
think he turns into
Jesus.
like
Jesus
a
helps
mech.
you beat Netanyahu.
oh,
Like when
clearly,
when
yeah.
you get beat down, Jesus is like, I'll help you out. This nigga's wildin'. And he comes and he gives you his hand and you get like all your health back
it's gotta
and your
be,
special bar filled back up and you
Yeah.
can fight
It's
again.
gotta be Moses, right?
Shoyalbeam.
But those are but those are like good. Those are like good ending Jews. Those are not like evil Jews.
Smell
Yeah,
your
but you
fingers
said
if they smell like pussy
Jesus,
or
though.
weed. Life ain't bad. Enjoy
Jesus
the
is how he
little
helps you.
moments.
They give you AIDS.
Homosexual side. Oh wait, Kingston.
What do we
Not
got?
me, not me. But
Kingston.
no, something
Homosexual sized beetle sucking the Grinch green snot rocket out of Derek's big black proboscis like a small vacuum.
That shit was funny as fuck. That was funny.
Sir Derek, the blowjob queen of Whiterun.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Yeah. Gumping it. I'm gumping it. Oh, Jenny, I'm gumping it.
Gumping. We're at Gumping now.
We're gumping.
You heard about gumping? You
No.
know what gumping is, right?
No.
Gumping is when you fuck somebody that's a little.
Okay,
lower on
great.
the,
I know where this is going.
on the mental scale, like where Forrest Gump is on his mental scale, where he's like it's a little.
So you fuck somebody who's mentally
That's what Gumping is.
mentally impaired.
We call it gumped up.
Oh, like that my
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brain
Like
did not.
Forrest
It's
Gump.
insensitive.
I know you said Forrest Gump, but it still didn't register.
It's insensitive to say mentally. I don't know, defective. What were you saying?
I'm gonna go.
yeah,
I'm gonna go deep
Mentally-
into this gump
mentally
over here.
Dumb.
Yeah,
Mentally dumb as
Mentally
fuck.
dumb. We call them gumped the fuck up now.
You gumped up. Okay.
I'm gonna go gump up this slow bitch.
There
real
is
quick.
there's
All
a
the
girl that
other
was on
kids
a
with the gumped up kicks
You better run.
better
So that song ain't
saunter and lean slightly.
That's crazy. It ain't a school shooter song. That's a song about fucking mentally handicapped person.
Whoa,
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
fucked
that.
up.
it is crazy
When I
when
found
you
out
think
about
about
that-
it.
Huh?
When I found out about gumping I was like, whoa, people are fucking horrible.
Yeah, people are depraved. Anyway,
Oh, the other kids.
blonde, blue-eyed
That's a
German
fucked up
man
song.
applying for Derek's position this time. Love metal less and hate religion a lot more than him. Moi, Arthur, my son.
There you go. You got the job.
Moi, Arthur, my son. Let's go. To... Oh, Arthur, my son. Let's go to Tahiti. Woke Marxist Pope. My ass is full of piss. Help. Thugzilla versus Kingston's Dad. War of the Batimans. Visualizing the bashed-in head Joel I wish to be. Colin Moriarty. He just interviewed Neil Druckmann, which is crazy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he fuck him?
What did he have?
Did he kiss his neck?
No, but he did ask him a question that I'm so curious about. I'll tell you after.
Why is The Last of Us Part 2 so fucking dumb sometimes?
Why'd you do that?
Why did you organize the story so dumb? Asking for a friend. The friend's me.
Friends me.
Are you stupid? The game doesn't even look like Bella Ramsey. You didn't even try.
The game doesn't look like Bella Ramsey.
Like
That's crazy.
No concept of time at all.
That's awesome.
It's weird. I thought they made the game after the show, but I don't know.
He just attacks him. He just attacks
That's how I imagine. That's how I imagine every single person, whoever is in like my replies on Twitter, and they disagree with me.
Yeah.
I have envisioned them with that voice.
Chris.
Yeah.
A lot of them are bots now. I think it's crazy how many bots exist.
What are you saying?
Or do you think the billionaire class is really the cause of all those problems, Chris?
Like I'm like, whoa, are you okay?
Look, a feather, here's my keys.
Whoa, did you turn your lights on this morning without frying yourself? Wow, I'm proud of you.
Whoa, yeah, I turned on my computer all myself.
Make a gay cover of In Too Deep by Sum 41. That would be an obvious mark, actually.
In Too Deep, yeah.
And I'm in
In
too deep, and I'm
sucking meat.
and I want some head from my girlfriend's brother,
It's not
bad.
Not bad.
Clock it.
Anyway. Villain.
We can do it.
I'm really sick of that. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Wait, you just got it right.
What? Nin. He wrote Nin, and that was supposed to remind us about Sum 41.
Yeah.
Villain maxing because I gomage next year. Good
nice.
call. Good call.
We should all gomage. That'd be cool.
That would be pretty sick. These guys not even playing the game.
What is that?
That's crazy.
Oh my God, sorry. I thought you meant something outside of the fucking.
How'd you clap that quick?
I was just that.
That was like
He was just slapping his legs violently.
I envisioned him having almost two like this part of the arm per arm, and you were just like
arms.
and you were just like slapping them together.
Listen, I channeled me being in the audience of a Jay Leno show.
Oh.
Creating fucking shockwaves, bro.
So you hear about this paintress lady on the?
You want the painter lady?
You hear this paintress lady? He's fading away.
Someone's laughing and they're screaming. They're screaming so much it hurts. It's like when you guys know. Sorry, it's like when Dark City has yelled and killed those three niggas in a movie.
Yeah, Colin Moriarty.
He yelled. He used the Sith scream.
He was in a movie. He was sitting in a movie theater.
No,
and he killed 3 people.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Dark
City is in a screening. In the first screening, episode 3, he got up and yelled and stunned everybody in the room, and then he cut through them.
This is the dumbest. This is the dumbest name I think I've ever
so
seen.
sick.
You have to hear this. Black boogers be like "Boogiga, please," and white boogers be like "Hello, neighbors."
That's just the white versus black trope.
It's literally
Like,
it's
And
literally,
white guys be like,
wow. I
and
can't
black
believe,
guys be like, up.
yeah. Thanks a lot, King Batch, for your fucking subscription.
King Batch.
I know that's you.
Is that the real King?
It must be.
Is that the real
Who
King
else would
Batch?
do such a thing?
Can you? That would.
Having King Batch on the show would be
That would be-
hilarious.
Let's get him
I'll
on.
just call him Bakun.
Yeah,
Like,
in
so I was like,
2014 maybe. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's got a lot of pull nowadays.
what's it like being the
It's like
coon?
let's get Tobuscus on.
Let's do that, please.
Oh my god, I would kill to get.
You know, I
Tobuscus on
really
the show.
do want to get on.
Yes, Brittany Ferlin.
No, Jared Fogle.
You remember her name, so that's crazy.
Who?
She came up in the news recently because apparently, like, she got married to Tommy Lee.
Who's that?
Yeah, Brittany Ferlin. She was like a Vine lady.
Oh, she got married to Tommy Lee. Oh
yeah.
my God! So was she in the news recently because
She was cheating with Ronnie Radke.
a fake one.
She got catfished by a fake Ronnie Radke, which is the most embarrassing thing in the world.
So
Cheating with Ronnie Radke is embarrassing on itself, but like cheating on a fake Ronnie Radke is hysterical, dude.
I'm so sorry. What is happening?
This is like Tati Westbrook level stuff. You know what I mean? But it's like celebrity gossip. Ultimately, it's kind of like what's happening with fucking Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, and
I didn't hear
shit.
about that.
there's all sorts of crazy shit going on.
Case.
What happened?
No, it's not a Diddy case.
Oh,
thing.
I know, but the Diddy case shit. That's we could have talked about.
Oh,
that,
I
but it's
haven't.
fine.
I haven't looked into any of it yet.
I just assume they're
It's
all pedophiles, so
pretty-
whatever,
it's
you know.
pretty crazy.
Like I'm not gonna learn anything.
Wait. What happened with Ryan? Wait,
So
no,
like
whatever.
something about like some director, some small time director was like trying to get this movie off the ground. And it was like a passion project of his, and then Blake Lively got involved, and then she kind of like started usurping control over them, and like started to be like, you can't come here, you can't attend the premiere, like fuck you, like you don't get an editor's cut, you know. And Ryan Reynolds comes in and he like backs her up, he's like, oh, get the fuck out, you get away from my fucking wife or whatever. So like there's this like whole lawsuit thing, and I guess like I don't know, it's not our wheelhouse. Really.
I see.
Yeah.
I just got
It's
curious.
shit that Lily would care about.
I got curious. Yeah, 'cause I got curious about it because I saw Ryan Reynolds was on the Conan podcast, and I was like, I like Conan's podcast.
Yeah.
It's the only podcast I listen to actually.
That's
and
crazy.
so I was listening to it, and I was reading the comments, and everybody was like, "Man, this is not a good look. This is the first time I'm unsubscribing because of this." I'm like, "Oh, whoa! I've never seen anybody dislike Conan before. It's crazy."
It's crazy. To
and so I looked it
unsubscribe
up.
for that reason.
What's up?
No, I was saying it's crazy to unsubscribe. Did he didn't like do something horrible?
No, I mean he was being the normal kind of courteous, like, "Oh, you're great," you know.
Yeah.
But so I kind of get it on some level, but like I don't know, Conan's great, so I there are so many people who do far worse that I also like still. So like to me that's like not even close to a deal breaker. But like it got me interested. I was like, what the fuck is going on with Ryan Reynolds? And then I looked it up and it
it's a
was
lot
like
of
there's like
bullshit.
some lawsuit and like
It's a lot of
Taylor
bullshit.
Swift's lawyers are getting involved too. So it's like a whole fucking crazy thing.
Swiss lawyers.
No, Taylor Swift's lawyers.
Oh, I thought you said okay.
No.
I was like, what the
Tailored,
fuck?
tailored Swiss lawyers.
Taylor Swift, gotcha.
Yeah, but like I don't know. You can look that up on your own. time.
Apparently, Ryan Reynolds really sucks.
Yeah, that's not
Apparently he's
surprising to me, really.
a jackass.
He
What's funny
seems-
is that the guy that was in Deadpool, the best friend, I forgot his name. He's like a
oh,
comedian.
T.J. Miller. He also sucks though.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
like got caught with some bullshit. I
Yeah,
remember
but he
that.
said Ryan Reynolds sucked a long time ago.
Yeah, but he also sucks. So like that's almost like that's almost like hearing. Man, did you hear what Jared Fogle said about Jeffrey Epstein? Like, I don't care.
That's true.
Like, what the fuck do I care about that?
Can we do a prison interview with Jared Fogle though? Oh, he's dead, isn't he? Oh no, he's in prison still.
No, he's in prison.
Yeah, let's just do.
I bet he's kicking himself. Like, damn, if I had just gotten caught like a couple years later, I could have grifted my way to millions of dollars.
Yeah, or just kept eating fucking sandwiches, not fucking.
I didn't know I
kids.
could just pretend to be religious and like be forgiven.
That is true.
It's crazy.
It is true.
God bless.
It's probably actually. I'm gonna be honest. I think there's still time.
I think so. I think if Jared Fogle
Candace
gets out,
Owens is trying to rehabilitate Harvey Weinstein right now.
what?
She's trying to get the black people's votes is really too right now. You ever seen that? She's been trying to
did
like
an interview with him. He's like,
What?
Yeah, he's doing the.
He's doing like the enfeebled voice.
I didn't listen to a second of it. I'm not going to.
I remember for
put
the
that poison in
trial.
my
I remember
ear.
for the trial he had the walker or whatever.
Oh yeah, and he was like,
I can't fucking walk anywhere. I'm Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, and then they're like life.
Life for you and your legs.
firing squad.
Fire. This dude's just conjured.
We're going to shoot you with bullets, and these are the newest high-tech bullets. These bullets stop just before they kill you and molest you.
That's badass, dude. Molesting bullets.
That's badass.
They go right in front of you, and then they stop. They grow a little bit. Hands come out, and they just start lightly, like it's light.
Yeah.
Like they go like
you
all
can't
sorts
stop
of.
it. You can't swat it. It's too strong.
No, it's just like
You try to move it, and it's like moving a fucking building. It's just like, what's going on?
it's like a sentient tungsten being.
Yeah. It's tungsten. baby.
Yeah, it's a Mac round also.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
It's a Gauss cannon.
Perfect.
It's a magnet
Fuck that
propelled
guy.
piece
I
of
hate-
metal.
I can't fucking stand that bitch. She's like trying to like, I didn't understand how bad things were. Now I have 3 kids. I'm like, Candace Owens, I hope you get lynched. I really don't like you at all.
That's crazy.
I mean it.
The world would be a much
I
better
understand
place.
you mean it.
The world would be a much better place. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen,
I hope you.
It just makes me mad that like these are the
Yeah.
people. Look, you started with it. You were one of the first ones to find her and be like, this chick sucks. And
That
then
is true.
a couple of people, she popped back up as Red Pill Black.
I'm so proud of this, by the way. This like the few points of pride that I have are like the people that I wrote off immediately.
Yeah.
Like Candace Owens, Jimmy Dore. There's a couple of other people
clock
as
some of
well.
these people, like-
Brianna
like-
Wu was like one of the first people too.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like they made a swap, and then all the people who used to hate her loves her now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. What are you talking about? You're fucking lame.
Yeah.
And you're clearly just Where does the wind go?
Yes.
And just flowing. I could give a fuck about it. Yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah.
I want her to be dangling from a fixture.
I just hate how popular.
Relax.
I just hate how popular
I mean,
and rich all these
These
people
legal
are.
things
man.
that we can't say. Whatever.
Oh no, I just say it just sucks how popular and rich they are. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
It just sucks. I'm like they should. They don't deserve it.
If
It
God,
sucks.
if God
at
was
least they're
real,
not
like the,
pedophiles.
I mean,
Well, not caught.
Yeah, not caught. Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me.
I like Legos. Big meaty stinks. Kingston's dad causes the Permian extinction. Boogie Woogie Betty Bugle Boy. Dandy Andy, leader of the Spider Fucker Party. Horny little beetle butt fucking his beetle son. Under the bridge downtown is where I blew some thugs. Heath Smoker. Colin Moriarty. Gids. Devil May Come.
nice.
They think I got testicular cancer because it's abnormal the way my sack growing.
That's that money. That's a money
Pretty
bar.
good. It's a good bar.
That's a money bar.
I like it.
I was
That's
talking
like
about bars so bad.
that would be a great bar for little testicle.
Little testicle.
Little testicle. He's coming out of the scene in Chicago.
Little scrody.
Little scrotys up there
Little
too.
scrotty.
Wody,
kinda
wody,
goes.
wody. Yeah, I got scroties. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rody. I'm a scrody. Yeah, I get tight when I get cold.
Yeah, I get down when I get cold.
That's
And I look right when I grow mold.
I hang low when I get old.
Yeah, man, that's bars. That's good.
Honestly, bro, I got a talent.
It's good. I'm proud of you guys.
I'm not proud of me.
And I grow bright when it whips old. Fucking ridiculous. It's so easy to. We could probably like let's make a fake rapper. Let's do like a gorillas thing. And like make a fake like it'll be all of us. It'll be
Yeah.
Lil Scrody.
Little Scrody goes. I like it.
Yeah, and he'll
And then eventually we reveal us as a Coachella. As we've made millions. Just hey, it's
Yo, how
us.
crazy, honestly.
Hey, us.
I don't know. I don't hate that idea.
I'm down.
Lil Scrody. Scrody Odie. They think I read that already. Blasting hall-sized jisms at 5,000 psi.
Damn.
It's a lot of psi's. Israeli Thanos snaps away every Palestinian. I mean, probably.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're trying.
He gets the gun. He's like, goodbye.
And Thanos with a yarmulke. It's hysterical.
That's great.
Jewish Thanos
That's
sounds
great.
interesting. It sounds like a very interesting quote for a
Did
story.
you see that thing I shared on Instagram the other day of like
President
Red
Ross?
Hulk? Yeah.
He's like, President Ross, Thanos seems to have come back somehow. That's crazy. Let's send $5 billion to Israel.
I love those.
I like that.
It's
I
such
like
a
that
simple. It's a simple joke.
Yeah.
It's not clever at all, but
Yeah.
I think it is clever.
It makes me laugh every time. It's not clever by definition. It's just done all the time. But like, I appreciate it.
I like that. It's like, this is a joke, and it's like, Israel sucks.
That's crazy. Send
Send
them money.
send $5 billion to Israel right now.
Right. Yeah, it's good.
There was a kid that did like a
kid did the
TikTok sketch
original
about
one.
it. Yeah, his vocal delivery of it is hysterical. I don't know how to find it, but and I don't remember his name because I don't remember anybody's name on
I
TikTok.
feel like that would happen, honestly. I feel like it'd be like, hey, there's a really serious problem. COVID happened again. Just give money to
What?
Israel.
No, you can
money
find
to Israel right now.
$5 million to Israel right now.
Give money to Israel right now, right? Israel needs all the money.
Dave Blunt's stage dive tsunami, the movie Ant Bully, except it's Kingston trapped in Beetletopia till he finally admits he's gay.
So fucking
What a
stupid.
plot.
What a plot. Disney's The Gay Family. They'll make you want to fuck them. Not clever at all.
All right.
Kevin Durant's feet, none pizza left with beef. Or with left beef. What the fuck? SJ, Kingston's dad has got me down bad. He's all I want. Make my tongue a skid pad. Kingston, can't you see your daddy's got... I don't know. Oh, it's
can't
Stacy.
you
It's
see?
Stacy's mom.
Yeah.
I did all right. Kingston's dad has got me down bad. He's all I want. Make my tongue a skid pad.
Yeah.
Kingston, can't you see your daddy's got a hold on me? I know it might be gay, but I'm in love with Kingston's dad. Whatever.
There's a rhyme at the end of it all.
Yeah. He actually says whatever at the end too.
Whatever.
That's part of this one.
Whatever.
Fuck you, I pay my TV license, Mr.
Great.
Pants Sween. How do you feel about Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set?
I'm so fucking excited. It's terrible for the game, though, but I'm so excited. Cards
That's
are
such a
broken.
crazy thing to say. It's
said it?
terrible for the game. I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Might not be good for the game, but I'm having fun.
I guess. Fuckface Unstoppable, Cardboard Pie, I Wish Aragorn Was Real, Cinnamon Toast Cock, Jolly Old Dipshit, The Ace of Parades, casting Obi Saga on Chris so he becomes wider than he is tall, Chode Body Status.
Sick.
It's distressing. I'm not that tall, but that would be a jarring width. Gangbanged by 300 beetle-sized Fuda beetles, or have 2 New York Fuda rats attempt to spit roast you.
Damn.
It's a hard choice. I choose neither.
I hate this fucking...
Colin Moriarty, dropping to the $5 tier so Kingston has to suck my beetle dick. Pee Wee Herman be like, haha, I'm still dead.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Trend de Kingston's dad. Michael Vick fights Crypto the Superdog and beats him badly. Beetle Moriarty sucking himself off at speeds equivalent to a GIF. It's not even that fast.
Yeah, a GIF?
What is it? What does that mean?
I don't know what that...
I can't even fucking rationalize that. Gay little beetle, by the way. Search Peter Lorre fish battle. Fun fact, dentists can tell if you suck dick. I believe that.
That's crazy.
It's a little dick particles waving back at him when he puts the little mirror thing in there.
Oh, look at those little dick
That's really bad for any gay people.
Yeah, and women.
Oh, yeah.
You forget that women suck dick?
Every woman, he's like, all right, yeah, obviously. And then he's like, you, come here.
He puts you to sleep and he's like, hey, here's another one for the numbers. Here's another one for the numbers.
I noticed that you suck copious amounts of dick.
Would you like to suck mine?
Would you like another?
There's dick lines in your mouth.
There's dick lines.
Your throat is shaped exactly like a fucking penis, actually.
That's
Your
awesome.
dick is your throat is shaped like my penis.
So I wonder if you like just sucked on popsicles a lot, you could just like pass that.
I would imagine that it's a difference. I think.
Well, what's the difference?
I
Like,
think there's penis resin when you suck dick.
Penis resin?
So they're testing like
Resin is crazy.
So they're testing the resin that the dick leaves.
Dr. House
Oh,
comes
yeah,
in.
some penis.
Dr. House comes in. I see you've been sucking dick.
Sucking lots of dick.
Why are you gay? Why are you gay?
I prescribe acetaminophen.
That's it for that. Thanks, you freak. What? Stop looking at me like that.
give me your cane.
You see, Matt TV, they did a house sketch, and it's just like
Recently?
I fucking hate you.
No, wait, what? I don't remember that.
Jordan Peele's playing Foreman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I forgot Jordan Peele was on Mad TV.
yeah,
Him
it
and
was,
Key make a key.
it was
And Wanda switch it up.
I haven't seen Mad TV in a long time, and I think when I found Key and Peele, I just forgot that they were there.
That show was
I
so
associate
fucking
Deborah Wilson and Bobby Lee and that guy that we know the white tall guy with
that
the
plays the fucking weird son.
McDonald, I think his
Michael
name?
McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
or I think
You're right. I think
I love Mad TV. That show was
that
so
guy
funny
was
to me.
fucking hilarious.
I like that guy.
Like
He was
that
great.
guy and Deborah Wilson really held it down, I think.
yeah. I just they actually had a little a
podcast,
miniature reunion.
I saw that.
On
I saw
Tiger Belly.
Yeah, I saw. Was it him too?
Yeah, so Tiger Belly, that's his podcast.
Who?
Bobby Lee.
Oh yeah.
So
I saw it was Bobby Lee.
So
and
Michael wasn't there, so it was
That's
Ari
what I'm saying.
Spears,
Ari
Deborah Wilson,
Wilson.
and
Bobby Lee.
There's
Bobby Lee and one of the girls.
the
from
older
there.
woman that was there. I forgot her name.
Yeah, I saw
Sucks.
one clip of them being like, "How much did you get paid?" And Bobby was like 20, and she was like, "Fuck," or something, because I think she got 15 or something.
Yeah, well, he came
Gender
on.
pay gap.
He came on newer, so they gotta raise it a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid Bobby Lee anything.
I wouldn't have paid. He would have done it for like nothing. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that era of him when his life was fucking. He was so funny though. Then he was insanely funny, but it was like
He's funny.
he was going through it.
He's probably the only thing I like about that Bad Friends. Yeah,
I just think Tommy's a bit of a.
I don't like
dick.
Cheeto.
I don't mind him. He bothers me so much less than every other big comedian right now. You know what I mean? Like, he feels like not really all that connected to the Rogan sphere.
Yeah, he just has like he's not connected.
So like,
to
I don't really
Rogan at
mind
all.
him in that sense.
He like I know he's he's just adjacent. He's the adjacent one, but he has the same like a lot of people. It's funny.
Like, I would feed Bert Kreischer to bees.
Well, yeah,
Oh yeah, I would.
Bert Kreischer should be killed. I don't know why he's
That's
still
crazy.
I
alive.
would try to Tatsumaki Senpuku
relax.
you him, and I would try to land every hit on his jaw.
The thing is, I think the only reason people haven't killed him is because they're expecting him to die soon, since he's
Yeah.
such an alcoholic. But
Well, there's also the situation where it's like a Left 4 Dead Boomer situation where if you kill him, he might pop and explode, and then he might catch whatever he has.
Yeah. So
I feel like Bert Kreischer is way more white than he is, but he's just gross.
He's red.
He's red.
He's one of my favorite genre of videos now is just videos like video essays just shitting on these comedians. It's it's low key my favorite.
Some of them are.
People have
mean,
made
but
careers.
it's funny.
People have made careers because of the Rogan spear. Like a new wave. I almost got into the meta. I didn't even intentionally do it, but one of my videos blew up. When my channel was already virtually dead, I made a video about Brendan Schaub, and it got like hundreds of thousands of views.
That crowd is engaged.
That video you made about him had some of the meanest moments. Like, if someone made a video like that of me, I would come for you. Because you were pointing out every one of his failings as a human professional. And I'm like, that is so fucking mean. He does really fucking
The thing
suck,
that annoys me, though, but look, I was fair because in the beginning, because a lot of people were shitting on him for like even his MMA record, and I was like, guys,
sucks.
he wasn't that bad. He was 10-5. He wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that great.
Like 10-5 isn't that when you're at the highest level, the UFC is the highest level. He's also 10-5. There's people right now that have similar records. It's just people are kind of retroactively going back and trying to shit on him more than he deserves. He definitely, I personally don't think he should have left. Joe Rogan was like a pussy.
He was a bully.
And was like, oh, you suck, you should leave, and convinced him to leave. And then we got the horrible comedian side of him.
Yeah.
What he should have done was probably change gyms, buckled down, like, because he wasn't that bad. I think he could have been a real contender if you would have just, a lot of people have done it. They've had losing streaks and then became champions. And then, but Joe Rogan is being his friend. He was like, oh, you suck.
He was like, I don't think you can do it.
And I'm like, imagine your best friend or one of your closest friends convincing you to stop doing the thing that you're passionate about just because
Chris, you should really stop being alive. You should really.
I got bad news for you. I am not passionate about being alive in the slightest.
Right? But yeah, it's just one of those things where like I would stop being friends with somebody who tried to convince me to like stop doing music or stop podcast, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Even if I'm just having a little bit of a stint where it's like, I'm not doing well right now, and then they're like, yeah, you should stop. You're like,
You should really stop being black, Derek.
The fuck, and then he did it in front of millions of people. Well, I'll consider it.
Damn.
I'm gonna get a.
Dang, you guys are with the wind, man. You guys are so easy to like.
I'm gonna get vitiligo surgery or whatever. I don't know what it is.
Vitiligo surgery.
I don't know how to.
You're just white.
I was looking. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're just bad comedians.
They all, most of them.
It's so weird that they follow. I mean, I guess it's not weird because Joe Rogan's rich and he has a platform, but it's so weird that like he became like the de facto guy.
I didn't know that a
just
lot
not
of them
funny at
were
all.
like nepo babies.
Oh yeah, the most insufferable ones are.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
like who?
I didn't know that.
A lot of them, like Dalia.
Tom Segura, actually, I didn't know he had money before.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's like I don't know what happened before, because I remember them talking about stories of living in Silver Lake, like Tom and Christina, and they were broke as shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I guess he was one of those people like, I don't want to depend on my family or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I just thought he was like, oh, he didn't have that much money, but apparently he did.
Yeah, they're all loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one the only one that really bothers me is I can't stand Schultz anymore. And I can't stand the niggas that are on the couch with him. That's what bothers me the most. Those supposed to be your homies.
Did you see Bernie on that show recently?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
And people were like, there was a clip that was going around of people being like, I can't believe Bernie said this, and it's the most common sense shit I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it really is crazy.
The Democratic Party fucked him over.
Well, he was just talking about how like he thought the Bernie bro like racist, sexist thing was like bullshit, and he was talking about how like it was like the Democratic establishment likes to run with that shit.
Sure.
And he was just talking about like how like I think all bigotry should stop, but we need to focus on working class issues.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
What a crazy revelation!
It's really out of left field.
Yeah,
really truly insane.
Yeah, I feel so weird by that was one of my major contentions with a lot of people when I would criticize certain movements that were completely heavily based on like race or sex or something.
Yeah,
because
you're missing the forest for the trees, man.
Guys, this is exactly what they want.
Yeah, you know what would make what would make dealing with these issues easier if we could, I don't know, guarantee healthcare to everybody. And then we had one less thing to worry about.
Wouldn't it?
Look, I think
fucking idiots.
I
will never stop being angry about that shit.
I'll always be like,
there's levels, man. There's levels.
You have to.
There's levels. Look, man, those levels, we got to fix things on the level that it makes more sense. So the biggest thing is the class divide. We need to fucking deal with that. The people at the top have everything, and then everybody else doesn't. Let's fix that first, and then the problems, the other little tribal things that divide us, then we can work on those.
100%.
People trying to jump the gun and be like, no. It's a selfish thing where it's like, this is the most important thing to me, so I think we should work on this. And I'm like, so you're already fucking it up by not thinking of the collective.
You know what it is? You're skipping to the final boss, man. Yeah. Like racism, like manufactured prejudice. That's final boss shit, man. That's been around fucking forever. Yeah. Okay. You deal with that when you get everything else sorted.
Yeah, and
it's so crazy.
It's going to be much easier to deal with it because then you can't blame all of the problems and ailments on black and brown.
Yeah, there's no scapegoats anymore.
Yeah, so like that's the thing.
I agree that is the first thing to be taken.
That's why they want the Mexicans out, like all the brown people out, because they're like, oh, they're the problem. You know, regular working class people that are being convinced that they're the problem. It's the only reason why they're so happy. Oh, they're finally going to be out, and they're convinced that things are going to be fixed, even though obviously we know they're not.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like we're wasting time, and then these horrible people are being locked up in another country they don't even belong to.
Because I agree. I think I agree. I think identity politics is really tricky because, you know, it's identity based, so it's like always going to be someone pushing against you. But I do think I agree with that. I just understand that people are like, yeah, fix these corporate problems. We're dying. So like
you're dying because of the corporate problems.
Yeah, that's true. But if you fix but does it exactly correlate that the problems that fix the top will fix the bottom immediately? You know, and it's not exact, and it will.
It's more so than the opposite.
Yeah, I agree. But it's.
So what's the problem?
I understand the nuance between that interaction.
I don't understand it at all. I think there's actually no nuance.
No, I think they look. I can say is the most I can say is I understand your feelings, but you need to work with us.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking like the other people, the people that are like that. So like I understand you. I need you guys to work with us. It's one of the reasons why I show them like, hey guys, look at other countries that is predominantly just one ethnicity. I want you guys to understand what is the biggest fucking problems that they have. It is class fucking everywhere. They all look very similar to each other, and they have the same problem. Let's fix this class fucking thing first.
I got into an argument recently because I quote tweeted somebody reacting negatively to the Bernie thing, and I'm just like, this is why you're never gonna have another progressive victory again if this is how you're operating. And it was something like I don't know, somebody like had a problem with it, and then it was a whole thing about. I said basically like, good luck losing forever if you just keep doing this because like identity politics it doesn't work. It's like, well, MAGA's doing identity politics and it's working for them. At that point, I just didn't even respond because I'm like, yeah, it works on sub 50 IQ people. Yeah, of course, no shit. Also, they copied Look, man, I don't want to get into who started this shit, but like,
it's hard.
They saw it somewhere where they saw it happening in a place where it wasn't working. And knew that they could do it.
Yeah,
that's what happened. They did. I learned from watching you, Dad.
Yeah, it's a dude. I can't engage in discourse online anymore. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, if I see something too stupid, I'm like,
I can't because there's not enough time to even. What usually happens is the person stops responding after a while.
Yeah,
and you're like, I just wasted. Like, you might have done a reply chain that took hours. It's not like you were saying there, but you would come back to it.
Yeah.
And it never got finished. And that's, to me, the
complete waste.
That's the most
it's really
disappointing thing to me.
It's really arguing because of the fact that people's perspectives are so... We can't objectively see a tree and call it a tree anymore. We've lost the ability to do that. So, like, you have conversations with people about, like... I made a comment about like something involving Israel recently, right? Like how anti-Semitism is fucking on a weirdly high pitch, right? And I was like, it's fucking disgusting seeing people that are just so openly disrespectful for Jewish people. Like it's like, dude, chill.
Yeah.
Because I was outside. I was at the doctor, and I heard some guy saying some wild shit about Jewish people, and I was like, you're outside, and no one's looking at you weird. What's going on? And I tweeted about it, and people were like, yeah, but like, do you see why Yahoo's doing these? And I'm like, bro. Israel is not the face of Jewish people altogether. A lot of them, but not all of them. There are people like in New York. I know people that are Jewish that protest Israel.
Yeah, I would actually bet pound for pound, like the number of Jews who disagree with Israel is probably pretty high. I don't know about Israelis.
Israelis
is a different situation.
But they're indoctrinated. That's too late. Yeah.
And even then, I still think it's like less. It's definitely less than 100%. You know what I mean?
It is a problem that, and this is an unfortunate problem. Like this is one of the reasons why Ethan is getting to keep like for example talking about like look what's happening, and some of the stuff that he's saying is true about the anti-Semitism, the rise of it. And one of the biggest thing is I know a lot of those people just don't understand that. I'm like, could you use IDF, or could you use Zionist? Could you use certain words so people can differentiate? Because when you just talk about like Jews and you say this, it now sounds like you're talking about everyone.
Don't know the problem.
And not exactly the people that are perpetrating this atrocity. It's just kind of like when Ethan got called out when he was like, "Oh, who did this? Who displaced all these people?" Because he was talking about more Jews were displaced than the Nakba, which is like it's an unrelated thing anyway. But then Hassan says, "Well, who replaced them?" And Ethan's like, "The fucking Arabs." And like when you say stuff like that, where I'm like, well, that generalizing fucking and the Arabs did this thing.
It's the blanket sweep.
It makes it sound, even though technically that's not what he means. The way that
it's not what he means.
And
but
so
like still,
the person that you were talking about out loud, probably not talking about a random Jewish person that's living in New York. I'm assuming.
I don't think they mean that. But what happens is that for that group of people particularly, they're one of the groups of people that like people just hate them, just for the fucking Sunday kicks. You know, it's like a trend.
Nothing like a Sunday kick. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's gross. It's whatever.
Anyway, I can't drown my semen. They know how to swim.
Love it.
Crazy.
Big gay beetle guzzling cum like it's sugar water.
Stop with the beetle sex stuff. Come on.
Smitchy the Kid, Bam is shitting. At first I was gay, I was homofied.
Nice.
Kept thinking I could never come without your dick inside. It's pretty good. There's a good flow there.
Homofied.
Homofied is so stupid. I was for no reason, I was like looking, I was listening to Down with the Dickness. Because I was scrolling through because I was looking for the old videos that we referenced on the Jalen episode. Because I know they're on the channel.
Okay.
And I was scrolling and I saw that and I clicked it because I was just like, oh, I haven't heard this in a while. And I forgot that we wrote homily it changes.
Homily. Do you remember how many views that thing had?
No, it was a lot though.
The Down with the Dickness.
Down with the Dickness. The Dickness has asterisks in it.
Yeah. Anyway, Colin Moriarty, post clarity nut from Hell's Heart. I come at thee. Jesus Christ. Star Coffee, Yasser Arafat Cock, Yush, Bartholomew Beetle busily buzzing and blowing my girl dick with his weird compound mouth parts.
Damn.
It really bothers him. He really doesn't like hearing about the Beatles. Well, guess what? There's a fucking slew of them on their way.
Nice.
I'm little gay Beetle Sagan.
Pounding cheeks.
And I'm about to pierce my cummy little beetle dick into this corpulent bastard's neck.
That's crazy.
Straight big beetle doing completely normal thing.
74,000.
74,000?
I thought it was
bad.
Yeah. Craig the Canadian, Richard Fisting, it's your boy Shawnee D, and I've transformed into the ginger version of Colin Moriarty. Cumshot Gaming.
Cumshot Gaming, nice.
At Grok, is this true? Cerberus Agent 267, Snark Tank Podcast number 1, January 12th, 2014.
I'm gay.
There was a thing in whatever, never mind.
Okay.
I had it earlier, but then I forgot the specifics. It's Louis Armstrong's voice. I saw your face and wow. That's Louis Armstrong singing.
God.
That would be amazing.
I saw your face. Wow.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
That
man.
is a deep cut, man. Hey Arnold's so good.
It's good.
It's a great show.
Such a great show.
That's good. I like that.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name at all.
Fuck,
He was
it's gonna
Asian
bother
guy,
me.
right?
Huh?
He was an Asian guy?
No,
was it?
No, it was
He seemed
it was like a Milli Vanilli.
Hispanic to me.
Phoebe.
Yeah.
What the fuck was his name?
Phoebe. yeah. Call her Phoebe.
Oh, damn it.
Which actually makes more sense than Phoebe. To be
It does,
honest.
actually, yeah. Fuck, it's going to bother the hell out of me. I saw your face and wow.
I'm not gonna remember his name.
I'm not going to. Can you look it up?
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, just type in "I saw her face" and wow.
He's just Googling porn. He didn't even look up. That's crazy.
It's right here.
You can
What is his name?
Ronnie Matthews.
Ronnie Matthews.
Ronnie
Oh, I'm
Matthews.
so stupid, too. That's like one of our friends renamed himself to
I
that.
don't remember that his name at all. Wow.
Yeah, Ronnie Matthews. I
never
saw
would've
your
guessed.
face and I wouldn't have never. I was thinking like, who was that, by the way? Who like that's like a famous.
I'm sure it was.
like a real famous musician. It was like, it wasn't Mark Anthony. It was Enrique Iglesias, I think. Eternity, I saw your face and wow, it's crazy.
I was trying to listen to the voice and see if it sounded like anybody.
It's like one of the Hispanic ones.
Enrique Iglesias, Mark Anthony.
I think it's not. No way, it's Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony would have been like, I don't do cartoons or some shit. I think it was Enrique Iglesias.
Was it?
Maybe. I'm not gonna fact check this,
Yeah. I don't know.
but whatever. There is a way you can play Mass Effect so you fuck and kill the most allies. I'm gonna find it. Insane.
You fuck and kill the most allies?
Yeah. Jacked off 590. Oh, jacked off 590 times in 2024. Yes, I kept track.
I wonder if that's true.
That's a crazy amount.
That's a lot. You're hitting double days.
That's at least a couple of times.
That's a couple times a
That's
day.
actually a little less than a couple.
That's
That's
enough.
actually a lot less than a couple, actually. What am I saying?
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait. Holy shit.
365.
My brain did something stupid. My brain, for some reason, did 2 years. I don't know why it did that.
Oh, weird.
I don't know why. It was 365 times. Okay.
You're pushing big into numbers, man. You got a couple for double for a few days.
What the fuck did you just say?
He's got a couple doubles for a few days.
Yeah,
Well, because,
yeah.
like, so 360.
65.
Yeah,
365, 590.
But like, so 590, but like, that would
Nearing
be.
doubles.
It's
That's
nearing
like
doubles.
about like
1.5.
yeah, it's like maybe like
1.62 probably.
3 days out of your 7-day week, you're doubling it. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude.
I used to
Crazy.
They used to be a couple of times a day used to be pretty normal for me.
It was
that's
easy.
crazy. I don't think I ever did that.
A couple times a day is like
I think like a couple. There was maybe like on rare occasions it would be like twice a day, and then on mega rare occasions it would be like 3 times. So that would be like twice a year maybe.
On Saturdays when I was like maybe like 16, numbers on the board, bro.
yeah, like I don't know, like especially on the weekend, I would say like in the morning, at night.
I got at least
Rest in
I
power.
hit 10 at least once.
We got a eulogy for a cat, I think. Rest in power,
I ain't got a
Bones.
refractory period like that, dude.
Rest in power,
wild.
Bones. You were an amazing friend and perfect cat. Hope your head boops were the best. You will be missed by all.
Bye,
R.I.P.
kitty.
Bones.
Later. Anyway, to undercut that, here's Beetle Moriarty. Have you guys heard Paula Anka covering Smells Like Teen Spirit and Black Hole Sun? Look it up. It's real. Who the fuck is Paul Anka?
I don't know.
It sounds like a fucking. It sounds like one of those fake National Enquirer names.
Yeah, it sounds stupid. Sounds like they need to be beaten up.
It sounds like somebody who's like, oh man, this guy saw a UFO and his name is Al-I-N. You know what I mean? Like just Paul Anka.
Terre.
Yeah, fucking
Ernest
yeah.
Ernest.
Terrest.
Eater
Teal.
Terrestrial.
Eater.
Eater rest real.
Ulysses Fitzgerald Oswald?
I don't know.
Ulysses Fitzgerald Oswald.
Off-worlder.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Offworld.
Kingston's-
His name is.
Oh,
his last name is Offworlder.
Kingston's Beetle Dad being the true final boss of Hollow Knight. That game is about Beatles, I forgot.
Oh.
Dagan
yeah,
Moriarty,
buddies.
Obi-Wan Chiblomi, awaiting for the Sween Hunting tier. I want his pelt. By the way, people are talking about like, what if Hollow Knight comes out this year? It'll be game of the year. First of all, it's not coming out this year. It's never coming out. And B, it has no shot of being it.
It's not gonna be.
No, it's not. Dude,
What could it possibly do? It would have to like
Look,
literally
Hollow
reinvent
Knight's
everything.
a great game. It's a great fucking game.
it's not. Yeah.
But
It should. No.
No.
it's not better than Claire's.
Claire's got it. Waiting
too
for the
much going
Sween
for it.
Hunting tier. I want his pelt. Colin Moriarty, Obi-Wan Chiblomi, Kremlin to Gremlin, molesting Sween's taint
The voice acting in that game is fucking
for his
absurd.
One Piece takes. Come Ichiwa.
Killed it.
9th level
Nako's
wizard
my
evocation
boy,
spell,
bro.
Ichi
I
colon. Early Ben Grimm was actually Scabs, not Rock. Ew.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 Will voice. I don't know what he sounds like. I killed him immediately.
It just sounds like this.
He's a British black man. He
I'm
sounds
just
like
a
this.
British bloke, and I like a little British drill.
I don't know. I killed him so quick. It's
Hot tops in the pop in the top
It
stop
is
in the drop
crazy
top.
how jacked
Cop.
his voice actor is, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's
he
like-
is yoked so he's just a brolic. I'm like, why are you? You're a voice actor walking around like that? Like, what are you doing?
He's 6 foot wide.
6 foot wide. That's crazy.
Baldur's Gate, well, Derek, let's have sex. I did a dance for you, Derek. Let's fuck, Derek. Don't you reject me, please.
Hey, no problem, man.
Let's dance, Derek.
No
Let's
problem.
dance.
Wage Slave 583.
I'm
Black
Send me $100 my PayPal, and then we'll do
Black Yay Son, won't you come and blast away my ass?
Am I?
By Pound Garden, King's dad's favorite song. Papini Bros, Jeffrey Epstein in the Minecraft movie be like, I am Steen. Donk Donkerson, the colon swinging slasher. I forget I always make my name something fucking stupid for this podcast until I comment on a different page. It's true. Sorry, man. PP, I tried so hard and got so hard. And in the end, it wasn't even hard.
Damn.
It wasn't even.
Stupid. You should do an extra ammo about the book Blood Meridian. It's one of the best knockbacks. Plus semi-literate. Plus the semi-literate has already read. It's great.
Why do I know what that is?
Blood Meridian. It's a really fucked up like story about the American West, and like it's really good, but it's really fucking weird.
I know that name.
It's very famous, very famous.
I think he's a lawyer or something.
Yeah.
My lawyer, Blood Meridian.
I would talk about it, but no, you guys haven't read it. It's a
Me
really
Be
good
Fishy,
book.
a
It's just
dumb
fucked up.
lesbian bitch. Watch Star Wars Andor. John Strickland, Mercs 1889. Wild to finally put a face to the legendary, always mentioned but never seen Jalen. Good episode. He's been in things before.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's been
Maybe
here
not,
fucking-
but not since this has been a podcast proper.
True.
Definitely not.
Jalen's never been a part of it, Batty boy, Batty man.
Shut the fuck. Ew. Stop.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, he's been on Instagram mainly.
Stop.
Bomba clot.
The first
Didn't even
church of
stew it
Colleen
right.
Moriarty.
There's no right way to do it.
Bomba clot.
Touching Kingston
You don't know
every
what
time
part
he
I'm
looks
from.
obese. It's crazy.
Where? Where?
Papino Spaghetti gives Secret of Gaia 8 gays aping out of 10. 8 gays a gaping out of 10. Not as good as Earthbound. Pre-Roz, Blake 896. I got Lockjaw doing graveyard shifts at the dick sucking factory.
Damn, shit, dude.
And all I got was Lockjaw, as previously mentioned. I like that. I like the wording of that joke.
That's a good joke. You've written that well.
Reminds me of like a John Mulaney. Like it's got that kind of flavor to it. Highly specific words.
Also, Big Mouth comes out fucking the Friday.
I could give a
You watch
fuck.
that show?
I've watched the whole series so far. Literally.
That is so insane.
She likes Big Mouth.
Why?
I don't hate it.
Isn't it like 7 seasons?
Oh, it's a lot.
It's fucking ridiculous. I hate that show. Actually, I think it's fucking genuinely.
It's not
terrible.
bad. I think it has some funny moments. I think there's some moments that are really dumb.
Yeah, funerals have funny moments.
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yours will be hilarious.
Doing.
It would.
Whoop at the funerals and shit.
Imagine trying to carry somebody, being a pallbearer, and it was like,
Someone drops the casket. Yeah, the casket on the foot.
and you're just like, everything's cartoony. You're not. And you're just like, am I having a dream? Is this a dream?
I'm dead. I'm actually in the coffin. What's going
Oh my
on?
god, I died.
Thank you, Derek, for covering my favorite song from Claire Obscure.
That was fast. What's happening? Wait.
It's a fast name change.
The first name. Hey, you're welcome. Oh yeah. Claire, Alicia, Claire Obscure cover.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I spent a lot of time. I had one version that I was like, okay, this is good, but it needs a little work. And then I kept working on it, and I was like, it just didn't sound better than the thing that wasn't even the final product. So I abandoned like a few different versions. I just used the.
Yeah, I have videos like that.
Yeah.
Where it's just like whatever. Anyway, yeah. Demon Days is now officially 20 years old. Das Goopy, Some Asshole That I Used to Know by Goatsy.
Some ass.
Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. Shot Young Colin Moriarty. Gay Rob Zombie. Sacula.
Sacula.
Damn it. By Nikki Ziggy, of course.
Jizz in his britches and
Britches is crazy. Fermented Pygmy. Jamaican Heroes. Bati Boy and Gay Bird. The Gaped Crusaders. N-word F slur.
That is the name.
But it's written that way. It's
That's
like it's
cool.
written like N-word F slur.
Oh,
So it's not technically a slur.
INWARD? N-word?
N-word nuclear. Nuclear, the N-word.
The N-word. Why does he say that?
The N-word.
What's the context of that?
I think he's talking about nuclear shit. Actually.
What? Really?
Yeah, he's like, the N-word.
Is that real?
I think so, yeah, for real.
Yeah, I never looked it up.
No.
I think I say nudes.
Oh, great. I thought I was going to say nudes as well. Sorry, Miss Jackson, Badly Brave Dog, the Baby Hunter, Aetherian needs help lowering his weapon in Halo 3, Penis, Navram, Melvis 1, and rounding out our list as always.
Everyone wants to see my nudes.
Everybody wants to see my phallus.
It's really, really big. It's huge. In fact,
Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. We've been doing this too long.
it's shaped like a fucking proboscis.
I have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just casually, like a reporter's asking him about it. Mr. President, do you have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
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 Watch me do a somersault.
Care to elaborate, sir?
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay for a female president to have OnlyFans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.